Good morning, Soldier Boy here, and welcome back to RoadCraft for what is live stream number, I want to say 27, but I could be wrong. I need to double check that. Good morning, I hope you're doing well. We're back today for 3.5 hours as we continue on from yesterday's stream. It is live stream number 27. We're 84 hours in. That's mad, isn't it, the amount of time we've put into so far? But I hope everyone's week is going well. We've got 3.5 hours to see if we can potentially get Deluge finished, depending how things go. We are quite a way into it now. Yesterday's stream, we searched for the barge, we found it, we cleared the path to the barge as well. We then had to clear a load of trees and supply the warehouse and the sawmill with logs, which we did at the end. And then there's a little bit more of that to do this morning, first thing, and then we crack on with everything else. But yeah, we're getting there. We're still on the second third of the Deluge map, main mission kind of side of things. We'll have a quick look in a second how far in we are, but I think it's going well. The actual conditions aren't proving too much of an issue at times. And some of the changes they've made I'm really liking. So the fact that now infrastructure missions disappear once complete, I like that. The only issue with that is it still comes up as failed sometimes when there isn't any convoy live. It can be a bit of an issue. But other than that, I think the updates have done really well. But we've got 3.5 hours to see how much more we can get done today. Hopefully quite a bit. For those who haven't seen my community post from yesterday, we changed our plan for this week. Originally, we was going to do or continue on with Death Stranding and do some of the side missions. We swapped this and put RoadCraft as our main game for this week, mainly because we wanted to see if we can get things finished, especially with Shadows' DLC Claws of Waji launching next week. So I'm just checking sound. But yeah, because of Claws of Waji, I wanted to get as much of this done as possible. Just to make sure we've got, we're doing well with it whilst Claws of Waji is ongoing as well. That's the thing. As that releases next Tuesday, I believe. But we're getting there. But yeah, I hope everyone's week is going well. It's nice being back. It is. It's not the most comfortable, I must admit. It is hitting me a little bit hard so far this week. In terms of, first full week back after 6 weeks of summer holidays. But we're getting there. E-Player, good morning. How are you? Hope you're well. Okay. Nearly finished. That's that done. Okay, let's have a look. Thank you for the like, much appreciated. Let's have a look how we're doing. So, if we continue on, Deluge is our focus at the minute. We're 71% complete. We've got 17 of 24 infrastructure requests done. Not that they don't go towards 100%, so it's not too big a deal. We've got 21 of 28 main objectives complete, so 7 more to do. And side objectives, we've got 6 of 10, so 4 more of those. To be fair, we've got a chance of finishing this today, Deluge. Potentially. 7 missions and 4 side doesn't sound many, but it could end up being lots because a main mission can then have like 5 different parts to it, essentially. Got away right now, but I think I'm sleepy, but I'm actually not. Oh, okay. Good to hear that you're in a great state of mind, though. That's really good, E-Player. Yeah, we're getting there. Obviously, pain-wise is just one of those things, and it's tough this week, first week, full week back. I'm definitely feeling it. But other than that, mentally, I'm doing okay, actually. Mentally, I'm pretty happy. Yeah, physically, I'm broken, but there we go. One of those normal things. But yeah, no. I'm glad you're doing really well. I'm glad you're in a good state of mind, E-Player. It's really good to hear. Let's load in. As I say, 7 main missions, 4 side missions, and see if we can get this done today. 29% is probably a big ask, but we'll see. That is good. Yeah. Yeah, 29% is probably a little bit of a big ask, but it just depends on the missions. How far you need to travel and stuff. That's the big thing. If we don't have far to travel, missions won't take that long. It's all going to depend on what we need to do. First things first, I know we've got to set a convoy up. That was what we finished off yesterday with the mission with delivering the logs to the sawmill and the warehouse, and then that main mission turned into a secondary part where it added in new objectives. Also yesterday we found a log forwarder that I really like and I can use really well. So why is that there? I think that's mission related, maybe. I'm not sure. It's weird, that one. I don't know what the little white marker on it is. But the MTK Pro Seca 200, I actually enjoy using and actually can load it with logs. It worked really well yesterday. Right, let's have a look at what our plan is. So, if we have a look at objectives, we were in the middle of doing this one here. This was a sawmill objective. It's a side objective. We now need to set a route up for that one. We've also got return the missing cargoes and tidy up the port there. Deliver backup transformers to the power substation as well. Deliver the truck with navigation equipment to the port is the main mission. Provide assistance to the production facilities. And repair the power lines to ensure a stable electricity connection. So we've got a few things to do. We'll start by organising this one. This is the one we've currently got, and we did most of it yesterday. Now we need to plan a route. So we're going from the sawmill to production facilities. I don't know how well this is going to go, mainly because they've got to navigate this. We managed it in our vehicles, but doesn't mean that other vehicles are going to manage it, depending what they're using as well. If they're using the Wayfarer, they don't stand a chance. And it means we may have to come and do a road or something there. Potentially a road here, where that water is, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. What's that there? I don't know what that is. We'll have to check that. I think that's metal beams, to be fair. So let me check the message from my son to make sure he's got the school okay. There we go, he's at school. There's not many children I can say that I know that really couldn't wait to get back to school. He loves school. Final year as well. It's primary school. Which just seems mad. Anyway, let's plot this route. As I say, I think this may go wrong. But we'll plot the route and just see, because it may surprise us. Some of these routes have surprised us and actually have gone really well when we think they're going to go badly. But the conditions here aren't fantastic. All we can do is just set it up and see what happens. And then, you know, if we have to do a road through some of these really muddy parts, this bit there could be a problem. I want to set it up, and if it goes wrong, we'll solve the problems. We'll put some sand down, because that bit there is potentially a problem. But yeah, I think we may have to do something here, build an extra road through here. Because that is, well, we managed to get through it pretty well, to be fair. But the AI may not do it as well as we did. That's my concern. Right, should be okay going up here. Again, there's a bit of water there. We'll see how that works. It's one of those, sometimes the AI can actually surprise you. That's the thing. It is nice, isn't it? Okay, next up, that's the side missions. Let's do a main mission next. Deliver the truck with navigation equipment to the port. Let's have a look at this one. So there's a truck there, and we need to get that to the port. All the way down there. To be fair, does that really look that big of a journey? Not really. Let's have a look. Once it's good, that goes north. We don't want to go north there. There's no road though, is there? There's no road that way. There's a gap here, but I don't know where that leads to. I'm trying to see where fishermen's are. I don't know. Potentially we can make a bridge here. That's what a bridge is missing there. So potentially that's something we need to have a look at. Especially if we want to get this to the port. In fact, that's probably our best bet, to be fair. Because then we can go down to here and then this way. And that also links up the north a little bit as well. Okay, I think maybe we need to build a bridge here. Frustratingly, we can only use wood to make a bridge. It doesn't allow us any other options, that's the only thing. Although we now can pick up logs. So that's, I do think we need a bridge there. And we actually have all our cutting equipment and stuff down here already, so it won't be too difficult to do, I don't think. How are these guys looking? They're stuck in the mud there, aren't they? Yeah, I think they're ongoing. I think while that's ongoing, I think we need to do a few little bits here and here, because I don't think they're going to manage what they're going to get. They're going to fail now. So we need to put sand there. I think we need to sand this bit here as well. It's the only way to get this running, I think. What have we got and where is the question. At the minute we've got things everywhere because we've been using everything. Where is our heavy dump truck? Oh, is that you there? Oh, perfect. That's not bad. So they're stuck. We know that. That's not an issue. We'll solve that in a second. We're going to drive this to that first mud hole, sand it, probably tarmac it. I don't see we've really got much choice because they're going to struggle to keep that route going otherwise. And obviously, we also need to use that route a bit more as well. And I think having it set so it's actually decent is not a bad thing for ourselves as well. That's what I like about this. You can choose not to build the roads, but it will make life harder for yourselves. But it's down to you. That's what I like. There's not always a mission for everything. But sometimes to make your life easier, you need to spend that extra bit of time just doing some little bits of infrastructure to help yourself out. Okay, so we've got a first bit of mud coming up over here. We'll sand it and then we'll go further forward, sand the other bit. And probably, well, could even tarmac the other bit as well, to be fair. But this is the first bit. Is that them stuck in the mud? That is what the first truck. They have managed to get out of that hole then. But he's now slowly moving through the mud. It's not quick. Thing is, I can't put this down, the sand down, while they're using this. I didn't think they were going to get anywhere close to getting into here. So that's why I was prepared to actually sort it all out and put a road in. I honestly didn't think they'd make it, but they've actually made it through. The convoy will carry on for extra rewards once this is done. So I still think this needs doing. I honestly didn't think they'd make it, to be fair. But they are. They are actually still moving. It's slow, but they're doing it. Oh, he's got a bit stuck now. I'm impressed. The AI hasn't just given up. It's slow going, but they are actually moving. That's mad. Okay, maybe we hold off then sorting that out until there's an issue. Because if they can do it, we'll hold off then, I think. Yeah, let's hold off. Okay. This was our top main... I don't know... Are they stuck or is he still going? They're still moving. He's getting a little bit stuck there though. But the other one's going to end up pushing him, I think. I heard the radio, so I thought something was happening, but it's not. Right, let's have a look at other objectives. We don't need to do it just yet. I think I'll hold off until we really need to. I honestly thought they wouldn't have a chance. My issue with this one, obviously, is how do we get this to the port? We might have to do a bridge there, potentially. I think that is our only way. Because there's no road going this way. That's the problem. There's no road going south that we can see at the minute. Potentially you can make your own road, but I think there's so much debris that would just be really hard going. One's nearly made it. He's still moving, to be fair. We might actually complete that mission, but I didn't expect us to finish that. Space Viking, good morning, how are you? Right, we've got to make a decision here. We either build a bridge so we can drive this way and come down. I think that's our only option, isn't it, really? We need a bridge. I don't know how many we can only build wooden bridges as well. Or metal, but we'll have to use wood. But yeah, we're going to need a bridge. It's the only way I think of getting that off where it is. Let's have a look. It will need 7 logs there. Not too bad, thank you. Not too bad. Right, 7 logs needed there. We have our log cutter down here. Is it that one? Yeah. We need 7 logs. I did think we was done with logs, to be fair, but then we need them for bridges. I wish it would let us use concrete, because we got so much concrete from previous missions that was actually delivered as part of a mission. There we go, objective complete. They did get all the way there in one shot. I didn't expect that.
Now we're set up real nice. You can never be too prepared, right?
So that is a mission complete already today. That's first mission complete. I think that's a side mission though, wasn't it? Yeah. So that will carry on. I think the convoy will carry on there. It will. How many rewards are there? 200 XP per truck. 620. So 10 trucks worth will continue on. I reckon there'll be a problem we'll have to solve within them 10 trucks, I think. But we shall see. But yeah, we need to build this bridge and then we can get the vehicle that it wants us to take to the port dump. That tree can't be cut down by the looks of things. Can this tree be cut down? It can. Now I've got a log forwarder that I can pick logs up without too much problems. I don't mind this. I've always struggled with picking up the logs, but actually yesterday it went really well. Surprisingly well, to be honest. I'm not too bad, thank you, not too bad. Right, first log. We need... I don't know if I can reach it. I probably can't reach it from here. No. Well, since we're already here, I might as well do the second one here. Once we've got 7, we'll bring the log forwarder over. And then we're just going to take them north to where the production facility is. And from there, we can then do that mission with the truck to the port. That'll make life a bit easier. As I say, this bridge isn't a mission rated bridge. It is one we're choosing to do because I can't see another path for us to drive down with the truck. Not all missions are given to given to you. That's the thing. Sometimes you need to do these things yourself. It's the only way of progressing and getting to different areas. That's number 3. I did think we were done with logs yesterday. Thanks for the likes, I appreciate it. There. I really thought we was done with logs after all the logging we had to do yesterday. But this bridge is, I think, the best bet we have. There's no point us struggling to get through rocks and mud when we can build a bridge and make our life easier. Okay, it's number 4. Number 4. I'll make sure this is close to where the others are. Seven logs doesn't take long to cut down and then move, that's the thing. Especially with the log forwarder we got. I'm just happy there's a log forwarder I can actually use now. Because I don't know why I struggled with others. But the one we were using yesterday did really well. So I think that's number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's number 5. Pressing buttons too quickly so the camera moves and I didn't want it to. 2 more needed, and then we'll come and pick them up. Yeah, if we get any notifications that convoy's not working properly, we'll have to potentially go and put sand down. Maybe even build a road, I'm not sure. I don't necessarily always build the roads if we don't need to. You know, it would make life easier there, but we don't use that route that much, so for me, I don't need to do it. Whereas this bridge is needed, I think. You can spend forever building road after road, that's the thing. There's so much extra things you can do if you really want to. I think that's where some of the replayability comes from, is going back and, you know, making sure every road is perfect. That's number 6, 1 more tree needed. Come on. Over the branches. Last one. I definitely made the right decision of focusing on this all this week before Claws of Awaji for Assassin's Creed Shadows launches next week. This is one of those games that I thoroughly enjoy. And yet it's not hectic at all, really, is it? It's not really stressful. It's actually quite relaxing in a lot of ways. Sometimes it's stressful when you can't make a route work, but most of the time it's relaxing. Right, we need to go to a log forwarder, which is over here at the warehouse. Yeah, see, they're still moving. I cannot believe they're still going. I did not think they would be. They're not quick, admittedly, but they are still going. Right, let's come and grab our 7 logs, and then we've got to get these to the bridge. And then we'll do that main mission, which is to move, take the truck from the northwest to the port. The only downside to this log forwarder is the turning circle is horrendous. The actual fact I can actually pick logs up with it is brilliant. It is just, turning circle is just rubbish. Okay, is that truck stuck or is it still moving? It is still moving. And we need to get out of its way because it will ram us. Is it still moving? Oh, I keep thinking I need to put sand down there, but actually it's managing. Those trucks and fuels are really relaxing. Yeah, I think it's the same as Farming Simulator was for me as well. I don't play it as much now. I don't have the time, but it was one of those things you could just switch on for an hour and just chill out. That's the thing. And SnowRunner's the same. As I say though, there are moments when it becomes frustrating because you're stuck or something like that. But 9 times out of 10, it is relaxing. I actually recorded some SnowRunner yesterday because I needed some more done, so I'm looking forward to that series being back fully again because I love the game. Farm Sim is brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, I don't have enough time to do a series on it on the channel. There's no way. You need to do a series on Farm Sim. You need a lot of time. Infrastructure route request complete. Wow. They are doing really well, them vehicles. I really thought the route was bad for them, but actually it turns out right. Although, the more they use that route, the worse the roads and tracks will get. So there is a chance that by the time they've done 5 or 6 convoys, you may need to then fix the road then because it's going to be really bad by that point. Have I gone wrong here? No, I'm not. I don't know. Thought I'd gone the wrong way for a minute. I'm not. I've got to go up here. I didn't know my bearings for a minute. There we go. There's a bit. There's our logs. Okay, that's what we're picking up. I want to park next to them ideally. Problem more is just the turning circle. And also that stump there isn't helpful, to be fair. I'll end up knocking down their toilet, I am, aren't I? Toilet's gone. Just want to get a little bit more of an angle. There we go. Okay. Should be able to get a bit closer. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Right. Let's see if I can still use this after yesterday. It went so well with this yesterday. I'm hoping today's the same and it wasn't a fluke. Right, can we pick any up? First log. We need all 7 of these for the bridge. There we go. Oh, I haven't put anchors down, have I? That would help. I wonder why I was rocking. The stability does generally help. We got stuck, yeah. There we go. I don't know what is so different about this vehicle to what we've used previously. Because this was one of the things I really struggled with originally. Sometimes it's tricky to see where you're at with the grabber, but generally it's not too bad. Okay, would have preferred that to be in the middle. The reason this is now swinging over the plate is because we've not got it in the middle, so it makes it a little bit harder. Don't want to get stuck inside the truck, that's anything. There we go, it's back up. Hanging out is fine. It's when it goes down and we've got a problem. When it's hanging out like that, it's not a problem. 12 hours in truck sim today, wow. That is dedication to the cause, isn't it? But as you say, it's just a sign you really enjoy it though, isn't it? That's the thing. I was looking at, when I was recording the SnowRunner yesterday, we've done over 100 hours on SnowRunner, and we're only on the second map. Considering they're still releasing DLC for it, you know, that's the thing, there's so much to do. And it's the kind of game you can play for hours, like Truck Sim. I think it's quite nice to find a game that you can put that amount of time into. And, you know, and not get bored, you know, it really keeps you going. You love it. Not a bad thing in the slightest though, is it? That's the thing. I think everyone needs that release and that, you know, that's something that will keep their mind occupied and entertain them at the same time. And I think not a lot of people have that, and I think if they did, people would be a lot happier. Right, we've strapped everything down. That is our logs done. It failed. I thought it might. At some point I knew that route would fail. Where are we? Where did it fail? I can't actually see where it failed. Oh, there. Is it my vehicle blocked it? Possibly. Right. We're going to leave the route going. If we don't, like I say, if we don't have to fix the road, we won't. I'm hoping we can get away with it, but if we have to, we will. If it fails again at the same place, we know we've got to do something there. But we don't really need to use that route at the minute. Let's quit. Oh, do you know why we're struggling to move? We've still got anchors down. I'm thinking about too many different things at once, aren't I? Fog crane, there we go. Okay. Not too worried about that fence. I've also got the wrong camera on still. There we go. Okay, we've got 7 logs. Go and drop these off at the bridge. We actually got to follow the convoy to a degree. Which means we're not going to be able to overtake it, are we? Annoyingly. Well, maybe. If we can get past this bit quicker. You can see the road is degrading already, and there's only been 1 or 2 vehicles gone this way. I'm not going to get past that, am I? I'm slightly quicker, but not enough to get past easily. So we're going to cut this. I don't want to sit behind it if we don't have to, because I think it's going to go a lot slower than we can. There we go. I think we're past. No! Wheels are wider than I thought. I thought I could make that gap. Things are steaming past us. I will give him a push though while we're here. It makes sense, we're behind him anyway. Oh, nearly went face first into the mud there. But yeah, we might as well give him a push while we're here. Doesn't do any harm. I think we'll level up next time he gets to the end place, I think. Potentially 1 or 2 convoys maybe. Thanks for the like, but much appreciated. But yeah, we started to down 71% on Deluge. There is a chance we can get Deluge finished today, depending on the missions. And how many parts are to them. We're still on the second third. There's obviously 1 or 2 more main missions to do, and then we'll move on to the final third of the Deluge map, or story of the map, I suppose. Right, can we overtake? Come on. We're only slightly faster. That's the thing. Beeping at me because I overtook him. Very nice. Now I've slowed right down. It will be pretty slow in the mud though, and we should be okay. The big wheels on this do make a massive difference, I find. The wheels are so big. But yeah, I wonder how long it's going to take before this route degrades massively and they can't make it anymore. Because they need 10 convoys to finish that infrastructure quest. My vehicle might actually be in the way here. Well, at some point I've accidentally dropped some sand as well, which probably isn't helpful. We can go over it a little bit and just push it. Why is my vehicle moving? There's no handbrake on. That would be why it's moving. I have a real bad habit of forgetting to put handbrakes on. Right, anyway. Now it won't move. That might have been why it failed the last one, to be fair. Because our dumper truck moved backwards in its path. Right, we are getting close to where the bridge is, so we can then get that finalised and do that the next mission from there. Which is get this vehicle to the port. So I'm hoping that just continues on. We have got equipment nearby if we need to make a road in that mud area. So if we don't have to, it saves us a massive amount of time. Let me just check we're going the right way here. No, I've gone too far. I'm heading back to base rather than where I need to deliver the logs. Should have turned left here. We're busy chatting away and not focusing on what I'm meant to be doing. That's the problem. Never going to make that corner. Turn and circle. This is so bad. But it's incredible how, you know, we've struggled for ages with log forwarders, and suddenly one makes a massive difference. And I don't even know why. In all honesty. Right. Bridge is to the far left-hand side of this area. I don't know my way through here very well. I've not really been too much in this area. Think we can get round this way? There we go, there's our bridge. Still don't understand why it won't allow us to use concrete though, considering we've got so much of it from missions. I'm surprised it won't allow us to use it. It's missing a log. I just need to unstrap cargo. Move slightly forward. There we go. Bridge complete. Right, we need to just get this out of the way for a minute. We don't know if we're going to need more logs later for something else, so I'm not going to put it back in garage. We'll just move it out of the way. That'll do. Right, mission-wise, this is the one we're doing. We're delivering the truck with the navigation equipment to the port, hence why we made the bridge, so we can actually get through here, because this route doesn't have a road or track, and it just looks horrendous. So rather than risk navigating rocks and everything else, we're just going to take it this way instead. Make our life simple. It's actually the Mule T1 we're using, which we have quite a bit. And actually, no, I don't think, have we used Mule as our, hang on, are our vehicles T1s? That's their one. I don't think ours are T1s, are they, our mules? I think they're just a mule. It is a T1, just different back then. Okay, so we've got a lot of experience with this vehicle, so we could have gone the rocky route, because generally the mule is really good vehicle for off-road. It just keeps chugging away. So we could have gone the other way then. I was a bit concerned that we'd get a vehicle that we weren't used to and couldn't handle the conditions, like a Wayfarer. As I've said many a time, is the worst vehicle in the game. But no, we got the mule. I'm pretty happy with the mule. We know what it can do. The only downside is we don't have a crane on board, so if I do tip it over, we can't right ourselves. Is normally what we have to do. I think it'd be more stable because of the back, though, to be fair, than a crane. But once we get to the vicinity where the bridge is, it's a straight route from there to the port. It's not a difficult route, especially since there's a big road to follow, for part of it. Okay, our bridge is, I think, to our right, yeah. That's a bridge that needs fixing probably in the future as well there, to be fair. We've not had much to do with that facility up there. It's, I think, drainage is north of here. We haven't had really much to do there, so there's potential for a bridge though there, if needed. So we come out of this facility, there's a big road that we built on, I want to say, Monday Street. I think Monday. And that will take us steps further south. And it's actually quite close to the port, to be fair. Not that, is that the way out? No, I think next right turn. Or is this a dead end? No, we can get out this way, that's fine. That's our mule there, actually. Our mule is sat there waiting for its next job. We haven't used our mule as much because we've actually got a new vehicle with a crane on the back called the Voron. We've been using that a lot rather than our mule, because the only difference in stats, according to what it tells us, is the Voron is one better in stability. But that's it. But we've been using it quite a bit, to be fair. Right. That's the normal way in, so we should be able to get to the road from here. That's the thing, we know this map really well now, in certain areas anyway. But when we go to the next one, I'm not going to have a clue where anything is. I have to relearn every map each time. Okay. Our road we built on Monday stream is just ahead of us here. We can take a left, which is over the railway track. And this will get us quite far south. And then once we've got down here, all the way down, we need to have a look. There's the port drop-off point there. I don't really... It's quite a bad area there, isn't it? We go... Although, actually, to be fair, the only way of getting there is through all that mud, I think. Would I be better off going this way? I wonder. Where we've been cutting the trees down there, maybe this way to the port is better. Or we have to go this way and then navigate all this mud. Which... That looks okay there. But then we've got that there as well. I know the mule is really good. I think we should go this way. I was going to use our road down to here from the railway station and go across, but I actually don't think there's much of a connection point. Yeah, I think we need to go where we've been cutting trees around that way. Infrastructure complete, nice. That's another one done. Didn't say we leveled up though, so I don't think that was quite enough. I think one more, or two more maybe. Yeah, I think this is the right decision. I think otherwise, although the mule is really good, we could have got stuck quite badly there. The rain's coming down as well, which doesn't help. I know it's Deluge, and the map is designed to be muddy since the dam cracked due to the increased rain. But it needs to stop raining. It never stops. Whoa, stop bouncing. Okay, see how the mule does in the mud here. Similar to how their vehicles are doing in the mud, to be fair, slowly. Whereas a log forward and just bounce straight through it all. There we go, we're going to get out of the way as well. Their vehicle's trying to come through. It's going to just hit us if we don't get out of the way. Oh, it's a bit higher there. This far side of this actually was really good. It might be because where they're going, that route's been used a few times now. So obviously the road's degrading. But Mule got through that pretty well. The next one's a bit trickier, I would say. It's not as much water or mud, but it's not pretty difficult to get through at times. It's just this bit over here. And I think that's the worst bit we have to get through. Once that's done, I think it is near enough a straight route to the port. Although our route we've not done much at all. But yeah, this is one of the worst bits, I think. That's something we may have to deal with in the very near future, I think. Even if we just sand it, I think would be plenty. But yeah, I think we might have to deal with that. Yes, we'll be live tomorrow morning as well. We stream. We're back to normal now after some holidays, so we stream 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. Currently all morning streams at this time of the morning. But yeah, we should be 5 days a week from now on again. I know it's the wrong time for you, unfortunately, being early hours in the morning, isn't it? Right. See the mud's affecting here. I'm impressed the AI has actually managed to get through an area where I thought they'd struggle. I do think this is the best AI we've seen in any game so far that does its drives for itself. Because they do try and keep going as much as they can. To ever for you, I know. We used to do afternoon streams on a Tuesday and Thursday. So it'd be 12 PM GMT. I don't know what that is for you. But I'm too drowsy in the afternoons now, so it's not something I've been able to do for a while now. Until we sort out the drowsiness completely. Right, this is the quarry to get through. That route is doing really well. You like the channel? Thank you, Facebook. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy the content of the channel. That's pretty deep. Right, this is the port, actually. We're already here. We just head straight through. There is a patch. That patch of water there doesn't show up on the map, I've just noticed. That happens quite a bit. The map can be a bit deceiving at times. Actually, not. Well, nose first. We got for it. It's not too bad though. But yeah, it's bad time of day for you, though, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Delivery point. That is that mission complete. Nothing? No message? No? Okay, just mission complete. I thought Kelly might say something to us, but no. I'm in the UK, so Suffolk in the UK. Okay, we'll do another. Since we've done that was a main mission, we'll do a side mission. There was 4 at the start of today's stream, side missions left. We've done 1 already. 2 more on the list, possibly another one at some point. And we're already at the ports. Let's have a look here then, shall we? We'll clear the area of objects. We can use the crane here for that. And then we've got to bring objects to... Oh, we've got to go and pick up these 2 objects and bring them back to the port. So we'll clear the area at the port first. Since we're here, we can use this crane, as I say. There we go. So we just got to clear the area of what's here. So these containers need moving, essentially. You're from Denmark, are you? But you live in America. You live in America, don't you? Is it America or Canada? I don't want to say the wrong one. Apologies if I have. Okay. These do work differently to what we're used to. So, Canada, that was it. Right. I'm hoping we don't need to put any come down this side here. So we'll try and put these over here. I do like using these big cranes. It's so easy to use these big cranes. There we go. Okay, we're slightly wrong. Caught on that edge there a little bit. Yeah, so much easier just to stack these, I think. Okay, right, wrong way. I did say it's been a while since we've used a crane like this. Probably didn't need to move the bomb, we could have swung it around, to be fair. Alberta, okay, nice. My other half's parents were in Canada not too long ago for the first time. They really loved it, they thought it was incredible. It's one of those places that's on my list to visit, but until we have this spinal surgery and stuff, it's not going to happen. But yeah, it's definitely on my list at some point to visit. It just looks incredible. I suppose it's different when you live there, because obviously you see the same things all the time when you live somewhere. But when other people say, oh, it's incredible there, and you're like, well, you know, it's normal for us. A mate of mine that I've met via streaming, he lives in Canada. I can't remember exactly where, but he was using his drone to get drone footage in the snow, and it looked incredible. Thank you for the like, was much appreciated. Paul, good morning, how are you? Popsicles. You want to see the UK, do you? I think we get a bad rep a lot of the time, but actually there are some lovely places in the UK. But yeah, he was doing some drone footage of his local area in the snow, and it looked incredible. But when I said it to him, it's like, it's just normal. It's every day. you don't always appreciate it, I suppose, when you're there, you see the same thing every day. Whereas people that don't see it every day think things are incredible. I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad, yeah. Doing okay, thank you. Right, let's put this down there. Not where I wanted it. There we go. Right. Next one. How many of these are we going to clear? That's the question. Do the green ones need moving as well? No, I don't think the green ones need moving looking at that. So actually these ones will just move to the side. Yeah, I don't think green needs moving. I think it's just these three, and then we've cleared this area of the port, and then we need to grab a vehicle to go and get these two other bits of cargo. Trying to do it in a way that obviously is not going to block us if we need to do anything. That's the other thing. We don't know if we need to get here in the future. We don't want to block ourselves. You hate the cold, do you? See, it's different now, but I used to love the cold. My favourite time of year was winter. I'm glad you're good, Paul. Okay. One more after this one, and that's his first bit done. One more to go. Let's go that way. Unless I've missed something, I think that'll be this complete. Yep, our first part of this mission is done. Nicely done. Okay, now the harder bit. It's like -40 is too much. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no. Yeah, I agree. -40 is probably too much, to be fair. That's a good point. Right, we need to get these 2 bits of cargo. There's one there, near our scout vehicle. We do have a crane here. I'm thinking whether we do it, pick up with that crane and just drive it with the crane. But that might be a bit too much of an ask for our crane, to be fair. We need to get a vehicle down there, don't we? That's my thinking. Yeah, I think that'd be too much for that crane to do. There's one here as well, so we'll grab this one last. I think we need... It's either going to be the mule or the Voron, isn't it? Let's see what's closer. Whatever one's closest is the one we'll use out of the 2. So Voron currently is over there, and the mule is... the mule is slightly closer. Not by much. We'll go for the mule. We've not used the mule in a while. Let's go for the mule. As I say, stability is the only thing that separates this and the Voron, to be fair. But yeah, it wins the battle because it's slightly closer. Okay, the first one is just north of where we're cutting trees, and the second one is actually next to the port. It's like that in your house in the winter. Wow, that's not good. Yeah, I like the cold, but yeah, there is a point that it does get too much. So we basically need to go right near where we were cutting trees down and doing the barge stuff. Just before that, we need to try and navigate through the trees. We kind of roughly know where we're heading. I kind of don't want to keep using this route because I don't want to degrade the route before the convoy finishes its 10 goes, but I don't think we have much choice because it's the way we're going to go. We did learn here, stick to the far right. Definitely seem to be easier to navigate through this mud. There's the convoy. They are doing really well. I really thought we'd end up building a road here and everything else, but they're actually persevering really well. It's hard on new cars. I can actually, that's a good point. I think that's one of those things people don't probably realise. Because it's, you know, vehicles are going to struggle with that constant low temperature. It is going to affect them quite a lot. Okay, once we're out of this, we'll just check with roughly where we need to go, because I don't know if we need to go right here or not. Let's have a quick look. Okay, we haven't actually been that way before, so go right, to be fair. Our car is there. There is a track there, strangely. But yeah, we've not actually been that way. We don't actually know what's there. It kind of links up to where Fisherman's Isle is, to be honest. But yeah, we've got to head to there. Oh, it failed. Wow, that's the first time it's failed in ages. It failed there. I think we've put the route a little bit too close to our vehicle. Hence why it failed. And the sand, to be fair. We'll just set it off again. But yeah, so I kind of want to go and see what's down here now. But I also want to make sure we get this done. Let's head right. Let's see. It might be a way to get to where we're going anyway. Although actually, let's not head right. I've just seen a big great hole. Yeah, we're not going that way. That's a big hole down there. On the map, it doesn't seem that bad, but that looks like a big hole. So we'll ignore that. Right, we need to look out to when we need to turn right, really, here. We're going to meet the convoy at some point, so we have to get out of its way as well. I'm curious what kind of map Sojourn is. Sojourn's the next map we're going to once we finish this one. don't really know what kind of map it is. We need to wait to... sawmill. Once we get to the sawmill, that's when we take a turn to the right to get this first object that's been dropped by the barge. This missing cargo after basically the barge ran aground and cargo got lost and swept away. That's what we're picking up and taking back to the port. We need to navigate this water bit before the convoy gets here, because it will just slam into us. Convoy drivers don't care. I know it's there, and that's not good. It's going to slam into me. I can't do anything about it. Oh, hang on, it didn't slam into it. I think the mud slowed it down. Yeah, I'm going reversing as best I can here. Stop beeping your horn at me. Can't reverse any quicker, can I? I'm actually stuck. Oh, he's pushing me. That's not a bad thing. They are. The AI is impatient as hell. It doesn't like having to wait. It's pushing me backwards though. It's helping. Come on. I'm actually stuck, aren't I? If the route fails, that will help me massively because I can just go forward. No, it failed. Perfect. We'll set it back up to go again in a minute. Reversing is not. It doesn't work there. I haven't got the power to reverse up there by the things. This was one of the areas we were going to sand, but actually they've been navigating it pretty well, so we haven't bothered sanding it. But we knew there was a potential for us to catch them there, and that would have been bad, and it was. But yeah, while they're not getting stuck there, I don't think there's a reason to sand it. Right, we're out of there, so let's now set the route off again. They are really impatient. The AI is really good in this, but they own the roads. Anyone else, you need to get out of the way, because they'll just slam into you. If he wasn't slowed down by the mud there as he entered the hole, he would have slammed straight into us. No questions asked. It would have been just like, get out of my way. Like driving in Canada, is it really? Is that what it's like? Daily traffic in Lancashire. You're saying Lancashire is like that, is it? Wow. Okay, this is a sawmill. Convoy's back out so we can leave him to it. Not far off. Okay, let's have a quick look at where we're heading from here. So we're going to come out the back end of here and then follow this down. Doesn't matter which way we go through. There are collectibles in this that I'm not really too worried about. We've found the odd one or two occasionally, but there are toys and things to find, toy trucks. And someone asked me the other day about it and said, are you going to find them all? To be fair, I enjoy a good collectible, but some of them you just think, what's the point? And I do think in this, it takes away from what the game actually is, looking for toy trucks. So we may get to them. We have found one or two just naturally, but I'm not overly fussed. I feel like I went the wrong way there. Let me not tip over, okay. There is a scout vehicle nearby if we really need it. Right, I think I need to go down to where the actual cargo is. I don't think I can get it from above. We have got a scout vehicle nearby if we need to tow ourselves out. There's a scout. There is a way down. We saw on the map there's actual bit to go down. I think, where is it? So the bit, it's on our right hand side. There we go. So just here. That's how we get down. Yeah, if we need to tow ourselves back up, we can. How deep is this? Not too bad actually. There's the container we've got to put on the back. I may have been able to grab it from above actually, but we're down now. It's going to be very heavy, isn't it? Failed again. Where did that fail this time? It failed that. Oh, it failed in the mud hole. Maybe we might need to put sand in that. We'll give it another go. If it fails again, we are going to have to sand that area. It's only the extra rewards now for that one being done to actually complete the infrastructure mission. The actual our part of that is done. Okay, let's get this on board. This is the first of 2 bits of cargo we need to pick up. This one is the hardest, to be fair. Should have probably lowered that down that way instead. Come on. Trying to line it up as best we can. Swinging a little bit now. Too much to one side. We just drag it across lightly. There we go. That's in. That is in. Strap cargo, anchors off. It's going to make us very top heavy, this. And we need to get back up that slope. I can't, it's not turning the way it normally does. Obviously the weight is a problem. Thing is, there's no way a heavy transporter would have got this. We'd need a separate crane and everything. We've carried cargo like this before. It's not impossible. It's just got to be very careful, especially when taking corners, as we are very top heavy. Right, keep going around to the side. Need to get this turn. As I say, we can pull ourselves out if we really get stuck. The scout vehicle is there. Now we've got to work out which way we're heading to the port from here. And the second one of these is actually right next to the port, so that's not too bad. Obviously, I don't want to go too off-road. I think we've got to kind of head back to here, by the looks of things. Or we can come down this way, potentially. But it means navigating through the trees. Although there is a little bit of an opening there, actually. I think that's the way the scout went, to be fair. Let's see if we can navigate that. Just depends how uneven the ground is. If the ground's really uneven, it will tip over. If it's just fairly flattish, we might be alright. I think we might be alright. It's actually not too bad. Looking for the gap in the trees, essentially. Is it there? Is that the gap? It is the gap. Perfect. Nighttime roadworks everywhere. Oh, really? Well, it's the same in the UK, though. They tend to do roadworks in the UK when it's the school holidays or bank holidays. They wait until, like, people want to go away to do all the roadworks. I've never understood that. They do it on the trains as well. The trains all do their works when it's the school holidays, so people are off work and kids are off. And for some reason, that's the opportune time to do all the work they need to do. I don't get it. It's normally the worst time, but they still do it. Plus, they probably have to pay their staff more. Especially on bank holidays. Okay. We get through here. Take a right as we come through. The nose diving there. Come on. And we're nearly at the port. That wasn't too bad at all. And that was, I think, the worst one to grab. The second one should be a lot easier. That hasn't gone badly at all. I say that now, we're not quite there yet. Okay, follow this round and the port will be coming up on our right hand side, I believe. No! Oh, I thought it was going over then. I really thought it was going over. Okay, through the quarry. And the port should be coming into view just over there. So the second one of these is, I don't think it'll be too bad to grab. Okay. This is why I love the mule. I know the Vor one is meant to be one bit better, a tiny bit better. I do love the mule. You can trust it to do any job. Always perseveres. Right, where are we dropping this off? In that zone there. Why does that look such a small... Oh, okay, it's all the way along. I was going to say it looked really small zone. Let's drive that way. There we go. Anchors out. Crane up. I just had a thought. Could I get it unloaded with the other crane? But I don't think it'll reach here. Only because in case this messes us up. But wrong button. Unstrapped cargo. That's what I was after. Okay. Catching on the truck. It's because our reach is really small here. We haven't got much reach with this. Right, down we go. First one in position. It's not brilliant, but it's there. Let's get ourselves out of there, and then that's one done. Huh. I don't know if that counts. Does that count? It must count. It is. We might have to move that one. It's actually perched on the rail. I didn't notice the railing there. It's perched on that. Right, if we could come out this way and grab the second one from there, and that should be job done. We may have to move that off that bit of railing, to be fair. Failed again. Where's it failed this time? Don't want to have to keep coming back to this if we can avoid it. Mud, is that the same bit again? It is, isn't it? Yeah. How many more is needed? 4. Yeah, 4 more trucks need to make it through. I wonder if that mud hole now has been used that much. It's just degraded it too much. Let's finish our current... I'll dispatch it again. We'll finish our current mission and we may have to take some sand there. Just to sort that out for the final parts of that mission being done. We'll finish this one first. Was it through this way? It looked like we could get through. That is where the map can be really deceiving sometimes. And you, there's a gap there, but I don't know if we can get through there. It doesn't always show you everything about the face. There's no way I'm getting through there, is there? Yeah, that's on the map. That looks like a full-grown hole, but that's not a hole. It's just broken. Right, we'll go back out the normal way. So where the map can be a little bit deceiving at times. Does that look like we could get through there? Right. Second one. So out here to the left. Still think this one will be easy to grab. Okay, it is. Trying to get out of this water, I think. Do I need to follow the water around? Potentially, I do. Kind of. That's kind of the way we need to go through the water, I think. Yeah. Didn't see the rocks in the water here. On the map. Okay. Don't know if I can get through them, can I? To be fair, I can just get out of the way of the crane. In all honesty. I think they're movable with crane. If I can't just get over them. Which I don't think I can. Is there a better way of doing this? No, I think they're there just to block us, to be honest. Right, okay, we only need to move the rocks. sticking with this question. Over here. We don't have to move rocks very often, but when we do, they're a pain in the butt. Failed again. It's at the same point, isn't it? I think we're going to have to sand that. It's the only choice I think we've got. I think it's just been used that much, the ground is just too degraded now, which is always the problem with this. Especially with so that would have been 6 trucks have been through there, that hole, plus the ones that, couple of ones that failed as well, plus ourselves several times over. It's just too much. Wear and tear's too much. Try and worry about the bigger ones, I think. Yeah, small ones aren't going to be too bad, it's the big ones. We've got to remember though, we've got to come back this way once you pick the cargo up. So, we're going to do it as best we can to make sure we can come back this way as well. Enter that one in rolling down if we can avoid it. I think it's the big one really next, I think we can get through. This is really going to tip us a bit. Right, where do I put this without us tipping over? I can get it into that corner as well actually. Thought it might be too much, but I think we're alright. Just don't want it slightly rolling down on us afterwards. Let's try that. Stay. It did stay, perfect. Right, fold the crane, anchors off, we can now get through. There we go. Right, some of the small ones are causing us a bit of problem. There we go. Come on. There's a rock, I think, underneath us that's now jammed. That's annoying. No, we're okay. Are we okay? We're not okay, are we? Well, the sounds of it, there's a rock, that's the problem. Come on. Is it a rock causing us issues, or is it something else? It's there, it's right in front of us, it's there. That's why we can't go forward, there's a rock right in front of us. Didn't even spot that. I heard the noise and thought it was our wheels on a rock underneath us, but actually it wasn't. Okay, camera's gone a bit haywire. There we go. So the only other one it's going to pick up is that one up for it. Move it now then. Right, now we can go. Didn't notice the rock till just then though. That's where things can be a little bit deceiving. What are we stuck on now? I think there's another rock underneath the front of the vehicle. Come on. Is it a rock? Okay. If it is a rock, it hasn't noticed it. It won't. Yeah, it's not able to be picked up. I think it might just be mud actually, to be fair. Yeah, I think it's just mud. Right, we're heading to the left here. I thought this one was going to be the easier one. There was a rock underneath us there. I thought this one was the easier one out of the two, to be fair. Turned out that this one's a bit harder than the first one. Mainly because of where it is. Come on. I haven't got to get this back yet. That's the other thing. There's no way through there either. Okay. A little bit closer. Right. Anchors, crane. I did really expect this one to be so much easier than the first. I think this may have been the harder one. Caught on the crane, isn't it? I need to spin it round, I have to go that way. Come on. There we go. In the back. Strap it. That is done. Fold the crane. Anchors. Camera. Right, we're going to go back here and hope we don't fall over. Back the way we came. I need to turn. I don't want to reverse all the way. Come on, be nice. Don't tip. Some rocks under the water we can't see, that's the problem. Actually, that wasn't too bad. I thought that was going to be a lot worse than what that actually was. Right, we're just going to get through this bit, and then I think we're near home free. So I'm guessing a rock. Yeah. Can we get over it? Do we need to move it? Well, we can get over it. I think we're good. Got to follow this round. Back into the fort. So we may need to move the first one. It's kind of balanced on a bit of metal, but there's a rock in front of us. You can always hear the rocks. Might not be able to see them, but you can always hear them. I don't want to be too much at an angle if I can avoid it. The risk of rolling. I think we're good. Right, we just need to unload this, and then we may need to move the other one. Okay, anchors. Unstrap. Crane up. Camera. Right, we'll get this in position. We'll see if we can move the other one. And that will then be this mission complete, unless there's a lot more to it. Can always add it onto missions once you've done part of it. We shall see. Are we high enough? Not high enough to get through. There we go. I might not have gone close enough. I'm not close enough, am I? No. Okay. Let's go this way. I think we're just short of where we need to put this, so we need to drive forward. Anchors. This is not the best thing to be doing with a heavy load. There we go, complete. Just needed me to get it in the zone. That was lucky, really, to be fair.
Great work. It's not every day you get to recover cargo from missing barges. Add that to your resume. Maybe you can go into maritime salvage full time.
Maritime salvage, eh? Okay. First thing we need to do is fix that route for the convoy. As I say, the problem is that so many have gone through it. I think that's more the issue. So, we have our vehicle here with sand. We'll send it through, fill that hole with sand, and then we'll have to get the digger to smooth it all out. This bit doesn't need doing, although is it worth putting some just on this exit maybe? Or is it all just, to be fair, it might be better just to do it all the way through. We're heading that way anyway. While we're heading that way, we'll just put some sand down. Make this a little bit easier just to navigate. This is why I normally get the AI to put sand down when we build roads. It's so uneven. I think that's all that sand, isn't it? Yeah. Right, let's close that. We'll put some more down in a second as well. Are we near... I didn't actually look to see if we're near a quarry. Okay, where's our nearest quarry? Because we're out of radius. There. Well, only just out of radius of the quarry, to be fair. It's on the edge there, isn't it? Okay. We're not far out from it, but just enough that we can't refill. Let's... where do I need to get to? Tree line, isn't it? Or down past the warehouse. Or back on this road. Okay. I don't know if we can reverse. Might be able to reverse through this. We need another load anyway for the other hole, so either way we need to do something here. Get rid of the hint. Right, how far do we need to... not far to be fair. There we go. We can now refill sand. I don't know how many loads we're going to need here, to be fair. I think potentially 2 or 3. Try and get to this middle bit that we kind of missed when I was doing it. Okay, straighten up. A little bit more down here, I think. Sped up. Although we're going to be out again now. That's all of it. Right, last bit out. So we need some for this bit here, the end bit. It's still coming out. And then we'll just need some for the next hole as well. Might as well do both things at once, it makes the most sense. Are we actually stuck? Actually. Oh, okay. Right, so reverse it back through again. Don't get caught up on the sand because we will end up being beached if we're not careful. So one more load through this bit probably, and then we just need a load to the hole. We can actually get that further around though. And then we just need a grader to come around, level it all off, and then we'll set the convoy back off. This isn't a mission, but it's something we need to do if we want to get all the rewards from the infrastructure mission. I don't know whether it's worth tarmacking it or just sand Probably tarmacking it as well, to be fair. The vehicles to do so aren't too far away, to be honest. Maybe we might be better off tarmacking it. We hummed and ahed about doing this at the start of the stream and felt we didn't need to, but actually, in the end, the route will just degrade over time the more it's used, and it has. It'll make our life easier as well when we're traversing this road anyway, so it's not just for the AI, it is also for us. Thank you for the like, much appreciated otherwise. The only thing we're doing things like this, it bugs me because I'm not actually completing a mission. But all this does help long term, that's the thing. Didn't put that much down, did we? Try to put a little bit more down over here. There we go. Right, that is that bit done. There's still another hole we need to fill. I think we need to go past the warehouse to be within range, don't we? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's there. There's a little bit of a track here, so if it's next to this silo, it's basically the refill spot, and we need to fill this over here. So next to that silo is our refill. To be fair, we could fill this out and get the smaller one of these here and use this as a silo, because that's what you can do. I think this holds four loads to the small one as a mobile quarry, essentially. We have also got the other vehicle that I've not figured out how to use yet. Well, let's refill it. We have got another vehicle that I just don't know how to use. I don't think it's even out though, to be fair. Let's have a look. It's none of those. If anyone knows how to use it, we'll go to a garage quickly and we'll show you what it is. If anyone knows how to use it, please let me know, because I don't understand what it's meant to do. We brought it and tried to use it and just couldn't get it to work. It is this. So this is a mobile scalper. It says it's a quarry, but I don't quite know what it does. It's got conveyor belts. I don't know if we're meant to fill it with sand. I don't know. But if anyone does know how to use it, please let me know. Because I want to use it. I just don't know what to do with it. It does set itself up. It all spreads out. Maybe it's meant to load from a quarry itself, maybe? Or is that meant to put sand out as it goes? I don't quite understand what it's for. Thanks for much appreciated. Find the sand there and activate, give you mobile. It's a mobile sand pit. Thanks, Jake. Much appreciated. Jake, man, good morning. Hope you're well. So we put it. So it's another mobile quarry, similar to the big dumper. Then I suppose, does it give you a larger radius than the big dumper does, by any chance? Because you can make this a mobile quarry, but it will do 4 loads for the smaller one, and then you need to refill this one. Well, we've done that in the past, it's worked nicely. But the scalper we brought, it's quite an expensive piece of kit as well. I just couldn't work out for the life of me how to make it work. I'm going to go the other side and turn round, reason being, obviously, we need to put some sand down. I don't want to do it and not be able to get back through if we need more than one load. I think even that mud bit that goes up there may need sand as well, to be fair. Alright, we should be able to turn around here, I'm hoping. Lose a little bit of sand there. Yeah, if we had the small one nearby, I would have used it and used this as a mobile quarry, but it means getting the small one all the way here. When this is already here. The area's big enough to work and just find out it looks like down and put it on that. Oh, okay. We'll have to give that a go then. As I say, I bought it, tried to use it, couldn't quite work it out. I wasn't actually on a sand area though. A little bit away from the sand area. What sand have we got? Oh, a little bit left. There is a bit back there we probably could do a bit more. By the time this spreads out, you generally find there's loads. We only need one load here by the looks of things. There we go. Move this out of the way. We'll go and get our grader. And these all flattened out. Our grader is it over here? Or is it down here? Can't think where my grader is. Not there, not there. Oh right, it's miles away. Why is it all the way over there for? Oh, I know what we're doing with that. We were smoothing out the sand here for a convoy, weren't we? Okay, we need to get it over here. It's not a million miles away, to be fair. In fact, what's the best way of doing this? I think it is go back up our road here and then go round. There's a trick with two sand trucks so I have to extend the reach. Yeah, I can understand that. You put one on the edge of the circle, a big dump truck on the edge of the circle, put a second one on the edge of that circle, you get an extended reach, don't you? We have used the mobile quarry before with the big dumper. To be fair, yeah, it makes sense. It was just that scalpel we'd just never used, and we'd used it on an edge of a quarry, but we hadn't actually used it in a quarry kind of thing. If that makes sense. And we just couldn't do anything. But we'll have to give that a go. Then we need to. We spent all that money on it. We need to use it really. Right, we can follow our road over the train track here. Then we take a left and we're actually where we just were. Not a million miles away. Very handy, is it? Well, we've managed so far without it, to be honest. And we've only got this map and 2 more for DLC. Maybe it would have made our life easier though if we'd realised how to use it earlier. Next time we need an area where there's no sand, we'll try and get it out and use it. As I say, it's a big piece of kit we spent a lot of money on and not used. Okay. First area coming up. This moved out. We'll do the second one. I think we probably will tarmac it. It just makes life so much easier with tarmac. Obviously, it takes a little bit longer to do. Whoa! Took that a bit too quick. Right, here we are. So. That's the other thing we've not used. I don't know if anyone else who's played this has. So, I'm setting on this to... There's not enough sand there, is there? To destroy asphalt. I've never used it. I've never had to use that setting because we've never destroyed asphalt. Has anyone actually used that setting? Or is it just there in case you decide to get rid of a road eventually? Because it's something we've just never used. And it kind of makes me wonder why it's there. Because it won't destroy roads already on the map. You only use it on things you've done. Making sure we've got a decent covering. If we're going to do road here, or asphalt, we need to make sure the covering's decent. Otherwise it won't obviously work. Only works on sand put down by us. That's okay. come back and go along the other side in a second. I think that will work itself out. There we go. Now we'll turn this around. We'll go back the other way, and I think that will be good enough. Put the asphalt down. That's actually gone down quite nicely in the end. I'm always about unsure if you put enough sand down at times, but actually it's worked out really well. Right, we'll just go back along it. We've got one more bit to smooth out, and then we'll send the asphalt over and then the roller. They're not far away, to be fair. They're only just around the corner, so we might as well do it while we're here. We could just leave it as this, to be fair, but I think again over time it will degrade, so we're better off doing asphalt as it won't degrade. And they're nearby anyway, to be fair. It only takes a few minutes to get them over. But yeah, we probably could leave it as sand and it wouldn't be a problem, to be honest. Right. That's one problem area done. Problem area number 2. I do enjoy the fact that tracks and roads degrade over time. I think it's one of those details that can be frustrating because it means you're going to do more work on the roads, or you're going to make them good in the first place. But at the same time, something you don't see a lot in games. And it just adds an extra element, doesn't it, really? At least the sun's out, it's not raining on this map, again. It will rain, I'm sure, in a minute. It's always raining. Okay, so the sand's flattened. We could have done this first thing today, but at the time, the convoy wasn't having any issues. So it just felt like it was just something we didn't need to do. Whereas now, they are having issues. Right, I think going back over it one more time will probably be enough, to be honest. Definitely shouldn't get stuck anymore. One bit that I don't like, it's there. A little bit here. Okay, I think we're done. Park up next to that. And then we'll go and grab the asphalt. Don't tip over. So close. Right, we've got our asphalt layer here, and our rollers next to it as well, so they're not far. That's why we'll quickly do this as well. We have got another version of this. It's still in the garage, to be fair. We do have a different type. Okay. If it was miles away, I wouldn't. We'd grab the transporter. Now we can strap vehicles and transporter, but it's just around the corner. But yeah, yesterday when we were doing, was it Monday? We did. It might have been yesterday. I can't remember now. But we grabbed this one. I don't think this is the better one. I think this is the out of the two we got. I think this is the worst one, but it's already out. It's already here. I think the other one's a little bit quicker and doesn't judder around as much, which makes it slightly better. Crazy Iceman, who is a friend of the channel, he was telling me yesterday, he commented on the live stream and was saying, because I mentioned about the roller now having to be turned on to be used. and I put it down to the fact that in real life some rollers need to be on because they vibrate while they're rolling. He reckoned he said it was because there's electricity inside the roller, and that's why you turn it on. Whereas when the game released, you didn't have to turn it on. Now you have to turn the roller on to use it. Why? Oh, okay, that's a little bit awkward. It's a little bit too steep for it there, I think. There we go, we're up. Didn't like that, did it? Right, paver activated, let's get this laid. Normally I do 2 passes, try and make it as wide as possible. So when we have to pass a vehicle, you can do so. So we'll come back on ourselves once we've done this first one. Go on the right hand side as well. Right, wrap it around there. Okay. This one is getting stuck a little bit. Right, let's activate. We go along this side and then we'll travel on the asphalt ourselves. Got out a little bit too soon, I think, there. Not liking it. I think we're getting stuck on the edge. There we go. We're on the line painting simulator. That's a good point. We could put lines. I always make sure we miss a little bit as well, just so, you know, it's reminiscent of the UK and their roads. They always have holes in them and things. We've got to make it true to life in that regard. Right, that is that done. So we'll go round to the other hole, do that, roller, job done. Need more cyclists, that's true. How are we doing for time? Oh, we got just under 2 hours, plenty of time. I was hoping we'd potentially get the map finished. We're very close to it today. We started at 71% of Deluge done. With 4 side missions and I think 7 main to do. And I think we've done 3 or 2 side missions and 1 or 2 main so far. We're still on the second third. We need that story to move on a little bit. To know we're on the homeward stretch, really. And as I say, doing these kind of things is needed, but it takes us away from doing the missions because this isn't a mission. We're doing this to make our life a bit easier. The convoy can then be completed, but it's not something that's actually required. Over time we may need sand here as well. I know this vehicle isn't brilliant at traversing rough ground anyway, so it's not really much of a marker to how good the ground is, because it doesn't like it anyway, but it does look like it's getting worse and worse there. If we did put it down, we'd probably just put sand. I don't think we'd actually do a road there in the end. Come on. It's the only thing with these. It's so slow you have to use a transporter all the time. Although until recently, and the recent update, you couldn't use a transport easily because you couldn't strap vehicles down. Now you can, it makes life so much easier. But there is a better one of these, and it's currently sat in our garage. Come on, nearly there. We're just going to roll it and that's job done. We'll set the convoy off. If the convoy struggles and fails again, I'm going to be really annoyed. After all this effort and work we put in to make it so it's easier. It only needs 4 more convoys and then that's mission complete anyway there. Okay. You can now also turn vehicles off, whereas when the game released you couldn't. Still don't. I just move vehicle every time. think a little bit's habit, a little bit's laziness to be fair as well. Do you know how to recall vehicles? Yes, I do, yeah. Yeah, no, we've used it before. I try not to use it, to be fair. I very rarely recall a vehicle back to the mobile base. I prefer to just take things there ourselves a lot of the time. But we have used it. I think the previous map, we used it because everything was miles away. But yeah, generally I choose not to. Hence why we've got so many tokens. The purple ones in the top right. Because we very rarely use it. But that's where also the heavy transporter now helps. The fact that that now can transport things properly, I think that does make a difference with it. Whereas before, because you couldn't transport vehicles properly because you couldn't strap them down, it was more useful then than it is now. Okay, that is the asphalt down. I know we call it tarmac in the UK, because in game it's called asphalt. I just say asphalt. In fact, the mobile base is here. We used it actually to pull a vehicle out of that mud hole, to be honest. It's got very good towing capacity. Right, our roller is here. So we roll both bits, and then that is job done. We'll set the convoy off and we'll crack on with something else. You cannot use the tokens. I know it is. I kind of, it's like any game though. Anything that in a game where we get tokens or little things like that, I tend to save them. There may not be a need to save them, but I always tend to save them. It's kind of like there for an emergency, but then never have the emergency and never use them. But I do it in a lot of things. I do find you do need to keep some around in case you need to activate certain quarries. They do cost to activate the quarries. It used to be called fuel. When the game released, there was a fuel canister instead of the arrows there, and it used to be called fuel. And obviously they've changed it over time. Same as the difficulty modifiers weren't there when we first started, otherwise some of them would have been on. They've only recently added the difficulty modifiers, but I'm not starting a new game just to put them all on. Right, we need to make sure the roller's on, and then we can get this rolled. Got two to do, this one and the one around the corner. I do understand why they changed it so this needs switching on, but it's just one of those silly things. Like, it's just rolling. But yeah, I do get it. When I first heard they'd done it, it was like, well, what's the point? It just rolls. You don't need to turn a roller on. But there is elements inside that do a job. Although, I don't think I need to turn off. I don't think it affects the vehicle in any way if I just leave it on. I don't think it makes us any slower. Do the turn round, and it still rolls backwards and forwards. Is there a need to turn it off, is the thinking. There doesn't seem to be a need to turn it off. It still does what it does when you're using it just travelling around normally. Could have cleaned the leaves. Yeah, the leaves have ended up inside the tarmac, haven't they? I've not really seen that before, to be fair. It's not a pattern though. It's made it so it's now more of a patterned effect. I don't think I've seen that before, actually, thinking about it. New camo effect. Exactly, it just wants to blend in. Right, there is a middle bit we've kind of missed. We've actually made this really wide in the end, wider than I thought we was going to. We're going to head that way anyway, so we'll just do that bit on our way through. And then we're just going to do the last little bit, and then we'll set this off. And that is job complete. Not mission, but job. I missed the whole section. I think I have. I do like the fact you can see the steam rising from the asphalt as well. But yeah, is there a reason to turn it off? I don't think it's any slower by turning it off. Or turn it on, sorry. I don't think it's faster if you turn it off. I can't really see a reason to turn off the roller. I don't think it reverses differently. This is turn off is a different speed. No. If anything, it might be slightly slower turned off. Special Forces Road. Yeah, this thing does not like mud. Needed the rain to clean up to be fair. Come on. Roller's off, roller's now on. I wonder if maybe the roller might help. I've got a scout vehicle nearby, if we need to pull it we can. It should get up there. It's not like it's going far. Come on. Really struggling for that one little bit. Come on, get up there. It's not like it's got to go far, it just struggles there for some reason. Come on. There we go. Yeah, didn't like the mud there, did it? Need to go back actually on the road itself. Come on. I've never had much issue with this roller, but now I know we've gone a far to the right here, but I didn't think it'd be this much of a problem. Come on. There we go. We kind of went a bit too much to the right there, hence why we got stuck. Have you ever seen a roller do a power slide? No way, Space Viking, thank you for dropping by. I know it's early hours in the morning for you, much appreciated. Enjoy your rest, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, Space Viking. Right, we've got this little bit to do, and then that is job done, and then we'll have a look at what's next for us. Yeah, power slide and the roller. There is only one roller in game as well. This is the only one you can have. Not that you need anything else. It only does one thing. But it doesn't like mud. Right, switch the roller on. Get this road finished off. Go. So we turn round. Back the way we've come. Earlier it was a bridge we had to make so that we could go where we wanted to, and now a road. All these extras we have to do. Keep things moving. All part of the fun. Okay, that is road complete. Let's just park this over here. Okay, so we can now set the infrastructure mission back on again because with the road, shouldn't have an issue. I may quickly just check that we're actually making it drive on the road. There's a chance of kind of put it, yeah, look, there's too much to one side there, isn't it? We want that actually on the road itself, otherwise there's no point building the road. And over here, yeah, that's the first bit. Second bit's over here. Just double check it is actually on it. Not quite, is it? That's okay though. Might put an extra one in here and just move it a little bit that way. Yeah, on the road. This can come down a little bit. Okay, I don't think it should have an issue. For us, we've got one side mission, 2 main. We'll do another main then, since the other one. So, provide assistance to the production facility. Let's see what we need to do for this one. We've got to clear this area in the production facility of objects, and then deliver 2 objects. Oh, okay. We've got to take them to the backup pump, don't we? Oh, no, we're picking them up from the backup pump. I'm bringing them over here. Right, is there a crane to use? There is a crane already in here. Wow, there's quite a lot of stuff to clear in there, isn't there? Can that reach, though, is the question. Do we need to bring a crane ourselves? Let's have a look. So it's all the orange containers, is my guess. This can't move. It's locked in place. There's concrete underneath it. Yeah, this won't work. And it can't go back anymore. The track doesn't go anywhere. And it can't move forward because of the concrete there. Right, so we need our own crane then. Where's our nearest? We've got base operations here. That is a big lot of water there. That is our nearest place to get there, isn't it? That is a lot of water to traverse. There is a road here, to be fair. But then the quickest route is probably this way, you know. Okay, let's go. Let's try that way. We'll see how the water goes. We're going to need our crane, which currently is by the port. So we've got the EPEC HWC 945. That's currently near the barge. We have got another crane, the Zilk 612C. This is a 4335. And that one is a 4355. So the capability is better for this one. So we'll pull that back to garage and deploy that one. And now the rain comes again. Right, so we've got to come out this way and go out this side of it. We do use the other crane as well, to be fair. I still use the rusty versions as well. Because a lot of the vehicles, the first one you get them is a rusty version. Then you buy the better one. And the stats do change a little bit. Not by much. Normally 1 extra stability, maybe a 1 extra something else on there. Doesn't change massively. So the actual rusty version is still really useful when you've got like different things on the go in different parts of the map. And other than capability, there's no real difference between this and the other version. There is, I think there's still one of these we haven't unlocked yet as well. So there is still more different types of vehicles to use. And the fuel vehicle they added in, there is now the Wayfarer fuel version. I can't remember if it is Wayfarer or not. There is a fuel vehicle anyway now, fuel carrier. I don't know when we're going to need to use that. I'm assuming there's a mission. I wonder if it's added in because now you can put change the difficulty so there is fuel, so your vehicles will burn fuel. When the game released, that wasn't there. You didn't use fuel at all. And now with the difficulty modifiers you can put on at the start of a new game, you can actually make it where your vehicles use fuel. That definitely adds to the realism. Did wonder how we'd do it. Deep water though. Now we're stuck. No, we're okay. Infrastructure complete. That's that's number 1 done. That's number 6 or 7, I think, of that delivery. 3 more to go, and then we've got max rewards. Okay, keep going round. So we're going to move all these containers, and then we'll go and pick up what we need and bring it here. I wonder if the heavy transport is better because we can do both at once. Otherwise, it's 2 journeys. Depending actually what we're picking up, to be fair, but I think maybe we do heavy transporter, so it's only 1 journey. Trying to save ourselves time. Right, where's the area we've got to clear? Oh, on our left, in fact. All these containers are what needs to be moved. Right, let's get these moved. probably could have gone a little bit closer, I think. Come on, link me to the red one, thank you. Yeah, I probably could have gone closer. Right, where are you putting all these is the question. There is space to our right. How's our reach? In fact, we can just put them over here, on top of these ones. Yeah, that's our max reach near enough, isn't it now? I don't know if that's going to be far enough out, to be fair. Yeah, that is our max reach. I need to go a bit closer, I think. Let's quickly... Anchors. I'm going to quickly drive forward. I know we've got the other one on board, but should be a bit closer. There we go. Anchors. That's better. Now we've got the reach. So this one can actually go down here, to be fair. There we go. I don't want to block any routes. If I want to try and avoid blocking like that bit there that's open, because we may need to use that to get somewhere. Don't do that. There we go. Yeah, don't block any pathways or anything, just so we can still get through if needed. Can make this quite high if we wanted to. But I'll put this one over this way. Let's go a little bit to the side. Back a little bit. Try and put it next to the other one, because we probably could get another one alongside it. There we go. So I think it is just the 5 orange ones now. The ones that are the blue one and green there, I think, are staying. By the looks of things. Okay, try and get this one alongside this red one that we did. And then what's left can go on top of these. And we've not blocked anything. Right, spin the other way. It needs to be low enough that if it spins, it's not gonna, can't go anywhere. And one completed, so 2 more convoys, and then that is complete. The time we took to make the road is probably longer than it's going to take it to fully complete that convoy, but it was needed. Especially if we need to use that road to get to the port or anything. Okay, 4 of these still to move. This one here. The other version of this, of the crane, would have been absolutely fine to do this. I don't think there's that much of a difference. It would have managed this absolutely fine. This will swing a little bit because we're grabbing it a little bit away from where it is. There we go. Put this one next to this one. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Is there anyone in chat that plays DayZ? Just curious. I've started playing it recently. It was free on PlayStation Plus recently, and I didn't think it'd be my kind of thing. But it's sometimes in the evenings when I'm not drowsy and I've got like an hour to chill out. I stick it on for an hour, and it's really enjoyable. I've died a few times to zombies. I think I've died more times to zombies than other players, to be fair. I'm on a couple of servers just to give it a go with those. But it's actually really enjoyable. It's one of those games that I probably would have really enjoyed years ago, but just didn't think about it. There's always games that, you know, at the time you see them advertised, think it's not for me. And then you finally give them a go and it's like, actually, it's amazing. We've done that a lot on the channel, to be fair. You guys voting on what we do does make a big difference. Things like God of War, would never have thought of playing that until you guys wanted it and voted for it. It does make a big difference. Elden Ring, as well, would never have played that in a million years. It didn't interest me, but we've done it on the channel after you guys asked for it and voted for it, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, that is that one complete. It kind of come off so that we could do that way. Change camera. What we'll do, because I'll leave this where it is, because at the minute we don't need it anywhere else. So we need to go and pick up. Hang on, what's that there? Oh, that's a different objective, isn't it? No. Okay, we need to pick up the two. But is this the same mission? I don't think it is actually, because we're not tracking that one. No, it's a different mission. Focus on what we're doing, shall we? So we need to go now to over here, which is the backup power station, and pick up two items that are here. I think they're a fair size by the looks of it, and deliver them to where we are now. Now the downside to that is we've not done that route before, although actually that doesn't seem that bad. The hardest thing I think is getting to here. But we did send a convoy up there, and it just went straight up this gap, this hill here, and was fine. I think we had one flip over. But other than that, it was a fairly simple journey. Now I'm wondering whether the heavy transporter can do the same, and we can put both things at once, and it is just a simple drive up here. That doesn't seem too bad at all. Whether there's something more to it that I've not noticed yet, I don't know, but we'll see. Let's go and get the heavy transporter. I can't remember exactly where it is at the minute, so we'll pull it to us. What am I doing? There is only one heavy transporter in the game, I think. What I've seen so far. Don't know which one it comes under, to be fair. On the little symbols there. We've got the light transporter we've never used. We've had it and never used it because I just don't see a use for it, to be fair. Rescuing a vehicle on its own, we can use anything. There's no real need for it. Okay. Rusty version, normal version. I think there is only one of these, to be fair. I don't think there's another version of this. I want to say there isn't, anyway. Let's have a look. I do like to try and use different vehicles when we can. There's the fuel truck that's been added recently. Kits is a change. I think it's just a different version of something we've already got. But we'll save those until DLC, mainly because they were added with the DLC. The Bridge has DLC, so we ignore that. SAR truck. We've got the cargo crane with truck, a mule. Cargo truck, but no crane. There's the Voron. The actual versions without a crane are pointless, to be fair. Heavy dump truck, cargo truck. I'm just looking to see if there's another heavy transporter other than the one we've got. Don't think there will be, though. It's just nice to use different things all the time. And the small mobile cranes are also rubbish, I've noticed. SAR truck we've not need to use. There's a different version of this Scout. Mobile heavy crane. DLC, cargo truck. Light equipment transport again, something we have not used because it's rubbish. Another mobile operations base. 120,000 that one is. Oh, there's a new cargo truck. Is that a big one? No, it's not as big as the Wayfarer, which is rubbish. But it's bigger than a normal cargo bed. Looking at that. I don't know if we'll get both of these in this, though. I kind of want to use that as it's new. It's not as big as the heavy cargo. Will it fit everything in it? Is the question. I think it will. I don't know how big the item. Let's buy it. Let's use it. It's something new, so we'll use that one instead of the heavy transporter. Mainly because it's just different. That's the Wayfarer. That's rubbish. Where did it appear? Is the question. Should be on its own, because I don't think it's the only one of that make. Where is it? There we go. The Alcez C400. Stability 4, mobility 3, capability 4, weight 5. It's a very heavy vehicle then. Let's deploy. Let's give it a go. As I say, it's either going to sink or swim immediately with the job it's going to do next. We're going to have to take a crane there as well. We'll bring a crane up after we've got this there. That's why I was going to use the mule and the Voron and do 2 runs, because we wouldn't need an extra crane on top. But although we're going to need, I've just had a thought, we're going to need to send a crane there as well to unload. Although heavy crane's already there, isn't it? Ignore me, heavy crane's already there. The heavy crane can unload on site. I was just saying that the small mobile cranes are rubbish, but actually it might be worth sending one to load this, to be fair. Well, I generally find them to not be very good. More concrete slabs laying around. We've already got 61 in stock thanks to a mission earlier. Could have skirted along that watery area there, it's more of a swampy area. We could have gone that way. Hang on, we may still... we've got to go through this no matter what, don't we? Probably should have skirted across that then, shouldn't I, really? But we're here now. But yeah, I probably should have gone the other way. Saying that, I don't know if I can fit underneath that pipe. Where's that pipe work? Are we staying this side? Oh, we're staying this side of it. We should be alright. Come on. Not doing too bad. Obviously, it's quite muddy. It's going to struggle a little bit. It's persevering. We need to keep using this route quite a lot. It might be worth doing something about getting across. We probably should have just skirted the swampy area though. Right just here. How much easier would that have been, I wonder? I don't know. Probably quite tricky as well, to be fair. Okay, we've got to head up there. But yeah, small. We'll have to get a crane up here as well. That did okay though in the swamp, to be fair. It's always a good test when you just chuck it in water and mud and go off you go. What can you do? Right, we need to get up there, and there is no road this side. So, up we go. As I say, we sent a convoy up here with the AI driving, and did it no problem. I think we had one turn over once, and it wasn't a problem. And I want to say it was my planning of the route, but I think it's more down how good the AI drivers were, to be fair. I think we have to go still further up, aren't we, here? Oh yeah, I'm on the wrong side. I need to go further to the right. There is a track there. I didn't notice that till now. There we go. This thing, though, is doing pretty well for something new. It wasn't expensive. I think it was 26,000. And it's performing pretty well. So it's smaller than the Wayfarer. Bigger than the mule, obviously doesn't have a crane. When you've got 2 things and you're taking at once though, it might be ideal. It's where we find we can't fit them both in it though. We need something bigger. It's always the way. Right. I think they'll fit, you know. I was a bit unsure, but I think they will fit. Okay. We're going to need a crane. I prefer the heavies to the small, to be honest. I always press one button there. There we go. That's obviously where we're going to eventually, so we won't take that. These are the smaller ones. Capability is only 2. That's deployed somewhere else. Don't know where that is. To be fair, we'll just bring it back. Can't remember where that is deployed. But we'll leave the other one, the better one, according to the numbers, where it is. Because we'll need that for unloading. The small mobile cranes, I would say, are probably... They're in the game to be used on things like what we're about to do now. save using a heavy crane, but they tend to fall over too easily and don't have enough weight to them to hold their ground. So it's just not worth taking them. They're quicker to drive, but to lift things, I just find them absolutely terrible. So I prefer to use the heavy cranes instead. Unless we're using the mule or the boron, then we'll use their crane. I think we'll try skirting the swampy area this time and see if we can get through that way. Always to hit the front of the vehicle and things like that. Right, how easy is it going to be to skirt around the edge of the swamp? Let's see how this goes. Doesn't look too bad though, to be fair. Obviously this is a heavy crane, so it's probably heavier than a normal vehicle. I'm stuck in the tree roots there. Come on, break them off. I don't think it's going to let me get through. Shouldn't have gone too close to that tree. I was saying this yesterday, look at the tree roots and look at the small roots on the tree roots. It's that level of detail you don't see very often. I got myself in a mess here. I think I'm attached to the roots. Come on. Try not to swing around like that. Digging a bigger hole as well where the front tyres are. I think the roots are stopping us there. That's their issue, and I can't get the vehicle round enough to avoid it. By looks of things. It's one route causing all that problems. Ah, you're kidding me. I may have to go bring this back to garage unless we can get off that route. It's just catching us every time. Come on. Oh, there we go, we got off it. I didn't think we was going to get off that, to be fair. Right, we'll stick to the left of it. I know it puts us at an angle. There we go. That wasn't too bad to navigate. Obviously the route was a problem there, and that slowed us down, but actually, all in all, that wasn't too bad to navigate as the swamp goes with a heavy vehicle. Okay, we did notice and we didn't realise that there's a track going up the side here, which obviously makes this traverse a little bit easier. Take off low gear now. Go normal speed again. Don't know where that track starts. We kind of just hit the slope and went up the middle, to be fair. So the track is kind of here. So we'll try and head to that and go that way. I don't think we even used the track when we sent the convoy up, because I didn't actually notice it was there. In all fairness. Massive hole there. Come on. I assume that this bit here is kind of where water's run down and created these dips in the road and the track. It's where water's run off them to the hill, by the looks of things, and that's what's caused that deviation in the ground, which is quite cool to see, to be fair. Okay. Track kind of goes through the trees there. We don't need to do that. We can go this way. Come on. Nearly there. But we are there. Perfect. Right, let's get these loaded in and get this done. We don't actually have to drive them that far once it's loaded. That's the thing. Okay, we'll try and go, I was going to say next to it, but I don't think we want to be fully next to it. probably, to be fair, but that's probably the better way of being. Okay. Oh, there's a building there. I should have realised we were going to catch on that. Same as our back end of the crane is catched on the vehicle. Oh, there we go. Don't need to do that again, that's fine. Probably a little bit too far forward here. Yeah, easily they fit in the back of the vehicle. I was thinking, oh, it might be in a bit of trouble here, they won't fit them both in. But actually, easy. Just gonna let the swing bring it round. Too far to the left, I think. Come on. I don't really need to be probably this precise, but... Right, that's it. I do like the new truck. If it makes it without too many issues, obviously the lack of crane is a problem. But other than that, to carry two things at once, save yourself 2 journeys, makes a lot of sense. Okay, fold crane, change camera, change vehicle, get the stuff strapped down, the cargo is strapped. We can now go and deliver this. So we need to make it back down the hill. Although actually, we can through here drive this way, avoid the hill completely, come back down there, and then we're going to there. Okay, seems fairly simple. I say that now. I didn't actually realise there was another way out. To be fair. Probably easier to navigate that hill, isn't it, to go the other way? Okay. Right, the exit, so we basically follow the pipe. Just gonna grab a quick drink. Yeah, we're following the pipeline, essentially. It's not the smoothest track, but it does the job. And we're aiming for that gap in the fence over there. If this had a crane on as well, this would be our new go-to vehicle. But unfortunately, it doesn't. Okay, so from here we come out and we head to the right. We can't really avoid the water, annoyingly, but we can take the shortest route over it, I think. But yeah, I don't think there's any avoiding that water. But if we just aim straight ahead of us, she might be okay, as long as we get up that hill. Oh, that's deep. Keep going, keep going. Low gear. To be fair, we did hit that quite quickly. But it did okay. Absolutely fine there. Tree stump. Didn't see it. Always a tree stump. Whenever you suddenly stop like that, you know it's a tree stump. That actually went really well. Okay. Drop off point, and then we can have to use the other big crane to move it. Hopefully it's not blocked in any way. Sometimes you can find drop off points are blocked, but I think it might be okay. I actually haven't looked at the drop off point to see if it is okay, but fingers crossed. Okay. Obviously we don't know really our way through this facility. Where are we heading? There. No, that's a different mission. We're taking these there. How do we get there? Okay. I don't know how we get there, to be fair. There's a load of red crates there. It's all surrounded by pipe. Do we need to move them containers? And those containers? Surely not. I can't see another way through, you know. Yeah, I cannot see another way through. You reckon through the middle yard? Oh, we've got to open the doors and clear that. Ah, okay. I don't have a scout vehicle with a winch to open the doors. Potentially we can do it with the crane, to be fair. Let's go and have a look at these doors and see if they open through the middle. It's also whether it's worth trying to get rid of the stuff that's blocking this from moving as well, the big crane, because I think that all that stuff can be moved and that will make the crane work. Right. I'm hoping they open this way. We'll see in a second. No, they open inwards then, don't they? I think they open inwards. Yeah, they open inwards. That is a big pipe in the way. Okay. There's a pipe above us here as well, which is obviously going to limit our movement here, but we need to try and move this pipe out of the way as best we can. And then the metal stuff. That's why I wondered whether getting the other crane up and running would be a better thing. We're not going to be able to move. Should really just actually make the crane stand still. Right there. There we go. That's better. We haven't got a lot of movement with this, but we can spin the actual this round. I might have been better off bringing the crane over the top of that pipe from outside, to be fair. But we've moved it out of the way we need. Yeah, I just thought about that, over the top of the pipe, to be fair. Then it gives you the height, doesn't it? But it works, we still moved it. While we're already here, we might as well do what we can, and then if we need to back up and do it over the top, we'll do it over the top. But yeah, after we started, I'm thinking, why have I not done that? Would have made life so much easier, wouldn't it? Don't need to move these far, just got to get them out of the way really more than anything else. But yeah, I don't know whether we need to unblock the other big crane so we can use that at some point. Because that's been blocked off by concrete slabs that I think we can pick up. There we go, spin that round. Give me the one nearest me, come on. There's one right near where we are, and it won't highlight it, maybe because we're too close. Oh yeah, we can go more with the crane, absolutely. I'm just going to move these two first. I know we can push them, but we're here, we might as well put these moving this way. Come on, give me the one I want. will not give me the one I want. Ah, there, it was there. Oh, everything else. It did give us the one I wanted. Come on. There we go. Right, and then we can go further in. The crane needs to go through anyway because we need to unload the other vehicle with the crane anyway. Right. Anchors off. Handbrake off. May not need to actually move any of these with the crane. Whoa, okay. Does that open inwards by any chance? I bet that opens in, doesn't it? Yeah. Come on. How far can we force it? Because there's barrels behind it. There we go. Gates open. Right, how clear is the path? Not too bad. We're gonna quickly move some of these small pipes just to make it a little bit easier to get through. I'm not going to move them far, just check them over this way. At least if we need metal, we know where we can get it from. There's a lot here. Right, small. Are they metal beams? They look like metal beams that we make. I wonder if they are. Which means they can be used, essentially. Right, I just want to grab that one black one there. There we go. They are. Yeah, so that means we can use them at some point. We have none in stock currently. I think there's a mission currently on for needing them. Right. Well, we're through. There's actually another one. Ah, there's two more of those near the gate. So we've got 4 metal beams there. If we ever need them. Or when we need them, I should say. Okay, this is the delivery point here. For what the vehicle's carrying. That's for a different mission, that one, so we can ignore that for the minute. And these backup transformers. Right, let's get these delivered. But that means I think there's 4 metal beams there, minimum, that we can use when we need to. I like the fact it makes you think about how you get through these areas. I didn't spot immediately gates were there, to be fair. Until you mentioned the middle one gate, I hadn't actually realised they were gates. So this is like, whoa. Yeah, actually gates. Right, let's get these unloaded. Unstuck cargo. Swap back to the crane. Again, lots of metal here, so if we need anything made, there is lots of metal we can chuck in the back. In fact, having a bigger vehicle that we can chuck stuff in to take back to recycle is actually really handy. Normally we'd fill a mule up, but after a while it can't handle the weight. Oh wow, okay. I had to hover it over it and that was all we had to do there. Oh, wrong vehicle. There we go. I thought I had to put it. I bet I could have driven these into that square. I don't reckon I needed to pick up the crane. And then we could have driven them over the square. It would have worked. There we go. Mission complete. No area revealed. No message from Kelly though. Nope, no message from Kelly. So it's now fully revealed this area then, hasn't it? By the looks of things. Right. That was a main mission. We'll go back to another side mission now, which is actually the backup transformers that are needed here, to be fair. So we'll do that one next. I'd like to do side missions before main, mainly because I don't want to finish something and then have to come back into the map to do side missions. And we try and 100% everything anyway. So we've got to deliver backup transformers to the power substation, which we're taking them where we are now. where we're picking them up from there. That's a long way away, isn't it? It's quite a way. Obviously, we have got that new vehicle that can probably carry both at once. The mule we've used previously to carry these, and it manages it, but it's not brilliant. Whereas the vehicle we just used would be good. The only downside is we need a crane. To get there, our closest point, I think, is Countryside Base or Industrial. Industrial, across the bridge, down our road that's here, come this way, over that bridge, and potentially that way or that way. I think Industrial is closer, to be honest. So we can either do 2 journeys with the mule and the Voron, or... No, hang on. I'm talking rubbish. We can pick them up now with the new vehicle, with the heavy crane that's here. We're picking them up from here and taking them to the substation. I'm looking at it completely the wrong way around. So the 2 transformers are here, and they're delivering there. Obviously, we'll need a crane to unload then. But actually, to load up now, we can do it here and now into this vehicle. I'm talking rubbish. Okay. Take the crane round there, ready to go. We'll really put this new vehicle through its paces now then. But yeah, we'll have to send the crane down to unload. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I don't know. It may take, if you drive over the load where we're dropping off, it may take them. But generally, you need a crane. At least this won't be as tippy, hopefully, as the mule has been doing these. Okay. Let's put this one so we can load in. Yeah, definitely putting it through its paces immediately. We're just under an hour left today. We started the day on 71% done on Deluge. Hopefully, we can be quite close to being done today. And the difference between this, obviously, the Voron and the mule have cranes, but also they have anchors. That doesn't. Although, does it need them without a crane? Probably not, to be fair. I think these will probably sit in this better than they have done the mule previously. Can we get both in one? This might be actually quite close to not being able to fit both of them in. I don't think we can fit both. I think it's 2 journeys. I thought we could do both at once. The only vehicle that will probably take both at once then is the Wayfarer. And the Wayfarer is horrendous. Yeah, we're going to have to do 2 journeys, aren't we? Okay. Well, that's where they've got to go. We haven't got much choice in the matter. That is in. It is sat-ish on the floor. It's a little bit squiffed to one side. Let's actually... Let me do that. We're going to quickly just move that a little bit more. See the weight movement as soon as you take it off. Is that now properly in? I don't think it is. I think it's because the edges kind of overhang a little bit. There we go. I need both edges to be kind of settled on the edge of the truck. There we go. I think that's it. There we go. Yeah, so this is going to take 2 journeys, and I don't know if this will handle it. That is quite a heavy load, isn't it? It's a very heavy load. I don't know why my camera's the way it is. There we go. Well, 2 journeys it is. I'd rather 2 journeys than use the Wayfarer, in all honesty. My camera's playing up. We're so close. Right, so we have to leave it close. Yeah, there's not much we can do about it. It's going to take two. I just can't use the Wayfarer. It's just horrendous. Right. Better actually look where we're heading, really. So our best bet then is to come down through that water, through industrial base, across this bridge, down this road, cross that bridge, and head there. And then we need to get a crane there as well. That definitely seems to be the way to go, doesn't it? Okay. And then we'll have to, we can actually cheat a little bit, although I probably won't. I probably will just drive it back. Needs tarmac, it does. Without tarmac, it is the worst thing ever. Yeah, right hand turn. We could pull, once we've got the first one delivered, we can pull this back to the industrial base, save that journey back, but kind of cheating. Might as well just drive it back. It's not like it's going to go far, I don't think. Just a crane that we need over there, because we can't take the one we're currently using. My camera is definitely messed up, because we're far too close to the vehicle. Can't see what's coming up. The rain comes again on Deluge. Right, it's going to make us really heavy. Let's see how we do. Go low gear and see if that helps. We knew it was going to be muddy. It's the weight as well though on top, that's the thing. Just need to find the grip underneath. This wasn't a proper road previously. This was a track, so we're not even going to lucky enough to have parts of road underneath. But actually, that's not too bad. I did think whoa, that's deep. Whoa, that drops down. Still moving forward ever so slightly. I don't think we are now though. Trying to find that grip again. We are moving ever so slowly. Yeah, that suddenly got deeper there, didn't it? Okay, low gear needs to be on. You may not notice it, but we are moving. It will suddenly snap as it finds the grip on the floor. But yeah, that was a bad move. I think we probably should have been right on the post there. Maybe that would have been alright. That deep bit was really bad. Right. Found the edge. Yeah, maybe we should put some sand down. But the thing is, in my eyes, if you're only using it once, it's kind of, you don't need to. If you get stuck and can't get through and you need to use it more than once, then you need to. But we got through though, in the end. But I think if we had, after this mission, if there's another one doing the same journey, same route, definitely need something down. Right, low gear off. Okay, industrial base is coming up. Head through there. I mean, the actual distance I don't think is too bad. It's just, obviously that bit there was bad. And we don't really know what the substation's like yet. And visibility isn't brilliant. I don't know if we're better off like this, to be fair. Might be a little bit easier, just because I can't see from the back. I don't normally play like this, just because it's not a view that I like. But, if you can't see from behind, it's maybe the better view. Straight ahead here to leave the facility. Yeah, this might be the better view for the minute. Transformer's just too big on the back. I think, if anything, this view scares me a little bit. That's because I feel like you haven't got as much visibility. I know we've got our mirrors, as you can see, and the mirrors do work in this, which is pretty cool. You don't have as much visibility, I find. But even on SnowRunner, we've had to do this way for the contest. And once we did it once, we're absolutely fine. I think it's just that thought about it worries me a little bit. Right, we're looking for the tarmac road that heads left. Which will be just round this little bit up here. Which runs along the train track. Elton, good morning, how are you? Why am I your inspiration? Well, that kind of tipped a bit there. Okay. Hope you're well though, Elton. Okay. We're getting there. At the end of this road we need to take another left, and then we're kind of in an area we've not really traversed that much. Okay, let's just change out of this for a minute. Definitely helped doing that journey that way, definitely made a difference. I think my worries were a little bit unfounded. Okay. Probably not the best place to stop, but I want to make sure where we're going. So around this corner, over this bridge. Okay. So we've not been this area that much so far. Although we have been here before because we put sand. Oh, we put sand down for a convoy, didn't we? Here, there was a convoy that had to come through. That's why that sand's there. Maybe we have been here a bit already then. I thought we hadn't been here very much, and maybe we have. Okay, we still need to get a crane over here as well. Now, it did show you could skip through the trees here. I think we're probably better off going through the front just to see where we're going. Bit of proper road at last. It's always nice when you get to proper road. Right, where's the drop-off point is the question. It's round the back, but we can drive round there. Got to leave room for the crane. I'm going to see if we can drive over and if it will take it. It's unlikely. Normally you do have to drop it off by crane. Just thinking it will save us. I do like to do it ourselves. Do it all properly. I'm just thinking it will save us a better amount of time. Because we won't have to drive a crane up. But it's unlikely. It may even be on a platform actually. Yeah, look, there you go, it's on a platform. Right. Yeah, they've got to be situated. So, what we need to do is bring this out of here. The crane really needs to go in first. So we'll do, we'll park this up, we'll have to bring another crane up. It could be the rusty one to be fair. That we haven't used yet. All the others are kind of out where they need to be. So, let's bring the rusty version out of the industrial base. Yeah, that's by the port. I'm going to leave it there for the time being. That's actually loading the transformer, so the rusty version we'll use now. There isn't a massive difference between this and the normal version, to be honest, but it's not. The rusty version doesn't make it horrific. It still does its job. Okay, I I don't really want to be following a convoy because they go really slowly. Right, we're 20 past 11. We've got about 40 minutes left of today's stream. Plenty of time to get more of this done. We've got this mission to finish, and I think there's a main mission to do, and then we don't know what's coming next. But that won't be the map completed, there's still more on top. And we're still only the second story part of 3. So that next main mission, I think, will move the story on. I actually haven't looked what it is yet, to be fair. Right, we roughly know where we're going with this one. Now I've done it once. But yeah, that new vehicle, the new carrier, absolutely incredible. It's just frustrating it doesn't have a crane. A crane would make it 10 times better. Although I do realise every vehicle kind of a crane. It'd make life too easy. But yeah, the fact you can carry 2 loads does put it a little bit better when it comes to loads. But again, you need a crane nearby, whereas the mule and the Voron can take a single load but can unload and load themselves. But it will definitely get some use going forward, I'm sure. Yeah, we're not a million miles away, to be fair. It's not that far to travel, to be fair. It looks a lot further on the map, I think, than it actually feels like when you're driving it. Okay, to the right here. Through the standard area. Through the quarry. Over the bridge. Oh, a little bit out of sorts of that. There we go. Over the bridge, follow this round, and we'll be there. I think we do try and play to somewhat of realism where we can. I'm going to drive the vehicle back rather than send it back to the industrial base and then drive from there. I think we'll just drive it back. We do try and do everything as realistically as we can. Obviously, jumping between vehicles isn't quite realistic. Unless you imagine that it's a different person in each one. Then it becomes a little bit more realistic. We do break a few health and safety rules though. You know, moving a crane while it's carrying an item generally isn't the dumb thing. But other than that, I think we do things pretty the way you should. Okay. What we'll do with this, I think I want to reverse him, you know. Thinking about it. Yeah. I think reversing it is a better option. Not for driving out, but for the fact that I think it'd be easier to navigate, mainly because that bit on the end, the back end, likely to hit the building when we try and swing round. Okay. There we go. Anchors out. Oh, okay, a bit kind of caught the telegraph pole that's there, didn't we? But that's okay. Right, let's get the first one of these delivered. And then one to go. It's definitely an oversized load even for this vehicle, I think. So this is the rusty version. It doesn't make any difference really. Ah, not close enough to pick it up, I don't think. Maybe. Can't connect the two endpoints, so it won't let me pick it up. Okay. Let's drive that slightly more forward. Okay, now it should be able to see him. Forward. There we go. It needs to be able to see him, otherwise it won't let you pick him up. Okay. Do the one closest to us first. Definitely got some weight to it. I can feel it on the controller of the crane. It's actually moving the crane. Why is the crane moving like that? Oh, I'm hitting the back end. I'm hitting the building, that's why. Right, spin this round, lower it down. I think we're in plate near enough there. A little bit more. I know it's green, but I like to have it near enough in the right place ourselves. Pop it down. There we go. First one delivered. Okay. Now we're going to go and get the second one. As I say, there is a shortcut to this. We could pull this back to industrial base, make it quicker for ourselves, but actually, it's not that far to drive. And we do like to do things properly where possible. So we'll get this back, grab the second one, and get that done. And then we'll see how we do with time. I think the next mission, the main mission, is actually delivering metal beams that we don't have in stock. Why do I feel like I'm going the wrong way? I just went round, didn't I? That's why. I was going the wrong way. We know there's 4. What are the place we're picking these up from? In fact, what I might do is see if I can get them on the back of this at the same time. So then we have them. To save then going back up there to get them again afterwards. Okay. So I feel like I'm going the wrong way. No, we take a right here and then go over the bridge. I had to check because I wasn't going to go left. But yeah, I think we can bring the metal beams with us, you know. Because we are going to deliver them. We'll have to check the mission and see how many we need. We currently have none in stock though, so if there's some there to take with us, we may as well take them. Okay, get to our main road in a minute, and that will take us over the old railway track. And then we're just going to go up the hill and we're done. And then, well, we're not done, we're there. This can get some speed once you get it going as well. But watch out when they change the direction, that's when the speed doesn't help. Yeah, it can get going. It's a good little vehicle to be fair. Like I say, the fact you can carry 2 loads would make a massive difference. These things, and we've carried them before on the mule, and the mule does manage it, but it is not brilliant at all. It does become very tippy. That's the thing. Right, through the base of operations. Do we take them now? Once we're there, we'll have a look at the mission and see how many we need. Because otherwise we could just send the mule to pick them up if need be. Oh! Too close to concrete on the edge there. Just caught the wheel on it. Going too fast and ain't good really. The plus point of no damage, I suppose. I think if the new options for changing damage, fuel and all that had been there from the off, we would have put fuel on and I would have put damage on, I think. And that's how it would have started. But because they weren't there, we have to start a new game to add them, and we're not doing that. Yeah, I think I would have added those 2 on. Although I think it would have been quite a big challenge on some of the maps, especially with damage. Okay. Which way up are we going? Not that it really matters which way up we go. I think we skirt around the edge here. Go that way, and we'll come back the other way. All we'll do here is watch out for the roots. So we'll fall up on that this time. There we go. So now we're just going to get up the hill. I don't feel like I've gone the wrong way. I haven't gone the wrong way. It feels like I've gone the wrong way, but we haven't. Okay. Nearly there. And then we're just going to make a decision about these beams, whether we take them now along with the transformer. We come back for them. The crane will still be there, so it doesn't have to be a vehicle with a crane to come and collect them. And then they're probably better off doing the mules because and the Voron because they will be able to unload them themselves. So we won't need to put a crane up where the delivery point again. So maybe it's better off just bring the mule or something up to pick these up later, because we will have to take them out and drop them off, I would expect anyway. I'm unsure what the best way around that is, to be fair. How long we got? We've about half an hour of the stream left. 3 hours already gone by. We started at 71% done this morning. I'm curious to what percentage we actually got to be fair. Right, we're here for the second one. I'm talking about picking these beams up. We're actually in the wrong complete place for them. The beams are actually somewhere else. I don't know why I was thinking the beams were there. Well, no, hang on. I've gone the wrong place. So we're meant to go over here to pick up the transformer. And instead, for some reason, I've gone to the backup pump station here. I was thinking about beams and everything. So I was not talking about the right place. I've driven to the wrong one. Okay, we need to drive out of here, come down the hill, and head to there. I don't know why I've done that. Too busy chatting away, not thinking where I'm going, shall we say. Yeah, we should have turned left instead of right, essentially. When we cut away, we didn't actually need to cut through the swamp either. All around the edge of it. It's not much of a detour though, to be fair. Thinking of the other main mission, that's why. Not thinking of what I'm doing, thinking ahead. A little bit too much, maybe. But yeah, it's not too far to go. I did think once we got there, I was like, last time we drove, we had to clear a route to drive through. We didn't do that. We still haven't sold anything either in the shop, in any map. One thing we just haven't needed to do. At some point we probably should. Just do it once at least. There is so much stuff on each map to sell, but I just never see the need to do so. We still manage to buy vehicles and everything. Okay, this is where we were meant to be heading to. Check for the tree stump. Okay, so there are metal beams here, so we do need to make this decision. I think because we're going to need to unload them on site, we're better off with the Voron on the mule taking them, to be fair. We'll have a quick look how many we need. If we only need 4 for somewhere, maybe it is worth grabbing them now. We need more than 4, maybe not. Because we'll end up having to make them ourselves anyway, and we'll just make what we need. Okay, let's have a look at the other mission then. So repair the power lines to ensure stable connection. 5 beams there, and 2 to there. Oh wow, okay. We don't need many then, and we know there's 4 here. But then are we better off just coming back and grabbing them with the Mule or the Voron? Because they'll need unloading in position, I would say. We still need to make another 3. Where is our metal facility? That's concrete slabs, which we don't need to use at all. That's production. Sawmill. Backup transformer. Where is it? Steel beams. All the way over here. We'll need to make 3 no matter what. Even if we take them 4, we still need to make 3. And then either put them in our facility so we can move them, or drive them ourselves. Although to be fair, the drop off, yeah, it's not actually, it's quite a long, we take the main road though all the way here. It's not too bad. We could send one vehicle up to grab the 4, and the other vehicle down there to make the 3. Potentially. Yeah, I think we leave them. I think putting them in the vehicle now is probably going to make it a little bit too tricky to manoeuvre. So I think we hold off. We'll come back with the Mule or the Voron and pick them up. Where am I going? I'm going the wrong way. We'll just take the transformer and focus on that, I think. It won't take long to get one of the vehicles here. But I think that's probably the better decision. I think there's 4 here. There's 1 there. 1 there. 2. That's 3 in total. Just those 3. I thought there was 4, but actually I think there's 3. Yeah. So we'll need to make 4 no matter what. Right, let's get this next transformer loaded. We have a plan, that's the main thing. Nick, good morning, how are you? Right, next transformer. Let's get this on and going. Thank you, Nick, that was much appreciated. Hope you enjoy the content on the channel. Transformer's moving. I've not done anything. Ah, shouldn't have pressed square. There we go. Good, glad you're good. Right. Let's get this loaded. It was fairly stable once on board, I found it, so as long as we get it in the centre and both edges are over the edge on both sides, it is fairly stable. Probably want it a little bit further forward, to be honest, than that. It's nearly perfect. Yeah, I want it a little bit more further forward there. Come on. Alright, I think, is it on both edges? I think we're there. Thank you, much appreciated. Right, it is on board. 3D printing board. I don't have one, but yes, I've seen one. My little boy, we've been to several like Comic-Cons and gaming conventions and things, and there's always lots of people there with them selling stuff they've made on them. Although everyone seems to make the same stuff. So it seems at the minute you always find people on the markets and stuff doing 3D printed things, and they're always dragons or little what are they called? What are they called? Oxy something or other, I can't remember the name of. But everyone seems to do the same thing. We did find one that was doing Pokemon balls. My little boy's really into Pokemon, and yeah, she was selling Pokeballs that she'd made in Pokemon versions of Pokemon. Pokeball versions of Pokemon. Which was pretty cool. So we bought a couple of those at the time. You put into a big benchy. What's a benchy? I know they have things, big things take hours, don't they, to make and print. I think 3D printers are really good. I would love to have one, but my other half keeps saying no. She just said it's not worth the money. I don't care. I want one. But yeah, it's one of those things I'd love to have. It's a little boat. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think the biggest issue you've got is obviously the copyright with a lot of stuff. Stops people from making certain things if they're going to sell them. I think the big craze of selling them was a few years back, wasn't it? Whereas now you get the same things all the time. I do like when people are doing different things. Someone scaled it, so there's a little boat scaled up nice. I like that, that sounds cool. I don't know why I'm doubting where we're heading. Right, we're getting straight across, down the water, back to industrial. I don't know why I'm suddenly lost where I'm heading. Right, it's easier to do this from here. Although maybe not while we're in the water. But just because the lack of vision from the back. I'll try and skirt a bit more around this. Try not to get stuck the way we did before. We got out, but it was a pain. If we stay more to the right, I think it is a lot easier to navigate. How are we here? It does get really deep in that left-hand side. How are we doing? It's okay. Low gear on to see if that helps. I think we're stuck. No, we're moving. Might have been a branch underwater, hence why we had this in the flick forward. Right, there's the deepness, but again, this is definitely a lot easier. Sticking to the right hand side rather than the middle. Yeah, that's made a massive difference. Last time it was really slow because of that middle bit. This time, not so much. I'm trying to stop by and say hello before I go to bed because I'm a little bit... Yeah, no worries. Where are you from? I'm assuming Canada, America, that kind of way. If you're talking about going to bed. Had a few people recently from Canada, to be fair, pop by and say hello. But yeah, if it's your night time, I'm guessing that side of the world. Right, we're probably better off driving this way now. You can see what we're doing, we're better. America, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, we have a few American friends of the channel, and Canadians, to be fair. Yeah, definitely more visibility driving this way. I'm not a massive fan of first person view, but actually with this I think it is better. 648 racing time. Oh wow, okay. Well, thank you for dropping by before you went to bed. It's very much appreciated. Thank you for saying hello. Our stream times aren't very good for Americans or Canadians, to be fair. I know they're, for you guys it's very late. Whereas for me it's first thing in the morning. To be fair, our stream times are bad for the UK too, because generally people at school or work, or college or university, so we do have that issue of that we're not the optimum stream times. We used to stream in the evenings and afternoons as well, but because I've now got this drowsiness issue, which we think's from all the medication we're on, and sleep apnea, that we can't stream in the afternoons because I go really drowsy, and the evenings are the same. Hopefully in the near future we can get them back, and then we kind of cater more all sides of the world, because that's the big thing. We do miss out massively audience wise because of our stream times at the minute. Although I do like doing the morning streams. It's just best time of day, I think, is the morning. That was a bit dodgy there. We made it though. That was a bit dodgy. But yeah, that is the biggest. We've always had it with the channel, to be fair. This is why I also do the episodic content as well, just so we could have more things on the go for people in different time zones. thing is you can only stream when you can stream. You know, the family aspect is in the way as well sometimes. So we don't generally stream weekends. We have the odd day, Saturday or Sunday, where we can stream. When the other half's busy with the boy and they're out for the day, I can't go. But generally, you only stream in the week. But we are slowly getting episodic content back on the channel as well. Far Cry New Dawn was back on yesterday. SnowRunner's back on Saturday. We're starting the second Metal Gear Solid game very soon as well, and Wreckfest will be back very shortly as well. But we're getting there. We're getting back to how we used to be and how, you know, normality. It's just been difficult with this drowsiness issue cropping up, I should say. Popping up. It's kind of messed with consistency quite a lot, to be fair. Like some holidays, we could only stream once a week for some holidays. The episodic content would normally keep us going, but because we didn't have it, because the drowsiness stopped us doing lots before the summer holidays, we lost so much consistency over summer. The 6 weeks has killed our viewers, number-wise, but then it is what it is. We'll get it back eventually. No worries, thank you for dropping by, Nick, much appreciated. Thank you for liking the stream as well. Have a good sleep, and hopefully we'll see you again at some point. The rain is really coming down here. Right, we're nearly where we need to be. And that'll be this one done. We are running out of time for today, though, annoyingly. We must be close to finishing the map, I think. It's only 1% start of the day. I think we are pretty close. Right, let's get out of this view. That was definitely made it easier driving this here, using that view. I know it's definitely not my favourite view. It made life a bit easier. Let's just back up a little bit. We'll unstrap. To the crane we go. Crane can, may need to move the crane a little bit. There we go. Right, let's get this transformer in place, and that'll be this mission complete. That rain is really coming down on the map now, isn't it? I know it's called Deluge, but that is bad. Right, come on, give me the extra. All four can now view it in view. Oh, I've picked the vehicle up. I'm actually not picking up the transformer. I thought it was attached to the transformer there. No, we weren't. There we go. That's what we need. We're gonna put the whole vehicle in place. Thanks, Nick. Have a good one. Right. We are rapidly running out for this morning, annoyingly. Just need to bring it more towards us, really. To be fair, I'm not using the camera to its full effect, really, to make it easier for ourselves. Right, bring this way, bring it down. I don't know why I'm messing around with it so much. Mission complete. We've leveled up to 17 as well. Don't know if that means a new vehicle's unlocked, to be fair.
Great work. You managed that before my third coffee.
There we go. So we've only got one mission now, and that is a main mission, and I think that will finish off this bit of the main story of the map. Repair the power lines to ensure a stable connection. We need 5 steel beams to that side and 2 to that side. We know there's 3 up the top, but we do need to make the rest. Now, I think the only steel beam facility we have is the one south of where we are. Concrete slabs is there. I think it is. Steel beams facility here. That is the only one, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So we need to make steel beams. We haven't got a vehicle there, annoyingly. What vehicle's that? Not what we need. Okay, what we'll have to do, I think, is pull the Voron or the mule from wherever they are, and drive there, and probably just stick them all in one vehicle, to be fair. Let's use the mule. We've been using the Voron a lot since we found it was a new vehicle to use. So let's use the mule. We've got about 15 minutes to see if we can get this done. What we need to do is take a load of metal with us, and then we can also get more metal into the steel beams in there as well. But we need 7 in total. We might as well just do all 7 where we are in one place. We do need metal first. Let's go to this screen and we'll be able to see. Let's see, there is metal where we are now. The yellow is stuff you can just sell, but we're not going to do that. There's quite a lot of small bits of metal. Okay, there's actually stuff over this way. Oh, it's a tractor. Will the tractor fit on the back, do we reckon? The tractor's going to be worth a decent amount of metal. Let's crush the sofa first. I don't know if I can fit it on the back. The journey to where we've got to go to make the steel beams isn't too bad. So maybe. Let's give this a go and see what it's like. It's either going to go on really nicely or be a problem. It's not big. Can we lift it is the first question without tipping us over? No. I don't think we can lift it. I do think it's too heavy. We can lift. We can't lift it. Like, okay, tractor's too heavy. Okay, it's worth a look. It was definitely worth to see if we could. Where's the other metal? That's the only metal bit there. There are some smaller bits over this side and over here. It was worth a go. Anchors. But yeah, unfortunately, it is too heavy for us. We can't take it. Right, we have got some metal over here. We've stored them thing. You see it? They're not metal on the top of the container, are they? They're grey. They're concrete. I think the metal's the other side. We'll go and grab these drums over here, though, at least. I don't want to go over there empty-handed. It makes sense to take some stuff with us if we can. The car obviously is going to be too much. These things are pretty good. I wonder if we can get this done today before we finish. The journey itself isn't too bad. It's just going to depend on how much metal we need to make the 7. That's a tyre, that's a barrel, we'll grab that. Okay, I'm not even moving the crane, we'll just grab it in the situ. Oh, I've got to move it, it's got stuff stuck. There's always one. Give me the medal. There we go. Right, that's a little bit of metal in that. It'd be nice to grab more. Oh, some more metal far over there. More barrels. Let's see, that barrel. I'd love to take the car, to be fair, but it's just it's going to be too heavy for this vehicle anyway. I don't know why the barrel's constantly moving like that. It's just having a little jig from the back of the mule. Let's quickly do that. I didn't mean to smash into the car, but it just, I was trying to just get a bit closer to these, to be fair. Right, we'll chuck these in the back and then we'll start heading towards where we're going. At least we're taking something there to start the process of filling up the metal up. There'll be lots more metal around the area the actual facility itself, so we're not too worried about it, but it saves a bit of time if we take some. It all adds up. Okay, shall we grab the last couple? Or are they going to be a pain because they're far away? Where we can grab it. Come on. It's all strapped down as well. And there's not much weight to it. I don't think it's going to affect how getting where we're going. The journey itself is fairly simple, to be fair. And barrels are still having a jig. Can I get the last one? I can. I pressed it too many times. There we go. Hoping they stop jigging around once we get the straps on. Otherwise that could be a problem. Right, that's everything. Let's fold crane, anchors, strap cargo. It's not strapped the one that's moving around, annoyingly. There we go. So I need it to fall down and then we can strap it. Now it's not strapped the big things. What's going on with this? There we go. That's better. Right, we need to head out. I haven't actually looked at exactly where we're going to go yet. We'll figure out in a second. Is that the way out? That's not the way out, is it? Surely. It is the way out. Take a left at the bottom of the road. There we go. Doubting it. And we haven't even left yet. Right. I'm hoping to get this done today, but I just don't know if we've got enough time to finish it today. We'll see how far we can get. It's going to depend on how much metal we still need to put in once we put this stuff in to make 7. But we are live with more RoadCraft tomorrow. Originally we was going to do Death Stranding 2 on the beach because we finished the main story on the Friday stream. Originally I was going to just finish off some little side stories, but I thought no, let's get on with RoadCraft. We know Assassin's Creed's DLC Forza Mirage releases next Tuesday. I'm going to check the time of release because we are planning to obviously do that next week as we continue our journey through Assassin's Creed Shadows with the DLC. So RoadCraft will be missing for a couple of days while we do that. So I thought this week we'd better focus on this rather than go and do some little side stories. We're not going to go for Platinum, I think. Platinum on Death Stranding 2 is the same as the first game. Is extremely time consuming, tedious. Mainly because you have to 5-star every facility. And I know a lot of you guys enjoyed the game, but I think us travelling to and from every facility just to get the 5 stars will maybe be a bit too much. Doesn't mean we won't go back to it in the future. I think there are still things we want to go and do. There's a site of where the one of the void outs happens, and we never went to actually explore it. So maybe in the next few weeks we'll do a stream of back in Death Stranding 2, do a few little bits and pieces. But yeah, I enjoy trophy hunting, but there are some trophies that there's no point. We're still on 19 platinum trophies for the channel as well. We didn't get any platinums last year. I don't know how that happened. I think it was a lot of the games we were playing, but I'm hoping this year we'll get 1 or 2. Just got to be the right platinums with the right games, really. Right, we're here to drop off the first load. How many steel beams will this get us? That's taken it while strapped, but there we go. There we go. 2. 2.5. We need metal. We were just dragging things into situ last time we needed metal here, to be fair. And that seems like something we can drag. Or even carry on the front of the vehicle sometimes. You're going to tell me that's not metal, aren't you? It's got to be metal, surely. No, it's not something we can take. Wow, I really thought that would be something we could take. It's definitely metal. Right, what else? What can we take? Oh, there's some big things over there, actually. What are they? Need to change camera angle. Inside these containers, they're flashing metal. What are they? No, they're not metal. That's concrete, isn't it? Yeah, that's concrete. The cut of concrete and cut of metal are very similar. That's the problem. Right, that is metal though, and heavy. Try and lift it up. That's heavy. Okay, anything else nearby? I'm sure it was showing something. But yeah, the stuff in there flashing, that's grey, not blue. It does look a little bit bluey though, doesn't it? There is some metal further around. There is something over there. I don't know if I can grab it with the crane from here though. No, we're going to be too far away. Just see it on the track there, but we're too far away. Right, let's get this where it needs to go. See what this gives us. Two and a bit. Nowhere near still. Yeah, last time we were dragging bits of metal out of there. I don't think there's anything left there now. We're definitely not going to get this done today, I don't think. We're rapidly running out of time. Frustratingly. It'd be interesting to see what percentage we're at though, to be fair. Just want a big piece of metal to drag there, to be fair. There isn't anything massive. There's a couple of things there. That's concrete. Whoa. There's some big stuff over there though. A little way away. Well, I say a little way away. It's not really. We'd have to come down and grab it that way though. Oh, there's some big stuff actually over there. I've just noticed something. Don't know why I didn't notice that sooner, but actually, over here, around the back of it, I think there's some big stuff. We need 7 beams as well, so it's a decent amount of stuff needed. There we go. It's not like we only need a small amount of goods, it is quite a few things to make 7. And unfortunately, we are rapidly out of time. We'll get one more load, and then we'll have to finish this off tomorrow morning. And that will move on the story as well, this mission. I think this is the final one before the story changes. We are very close to finishing this map and starting Sojourn. We should have this map finished tomorrow. I'll be very surprised if we don't. Obviously, it depends what the missions entail. But I'll be very surprised if we don't have it done tomorrow. Come on. Stop getting stuck. Okay, let's drive over this way. Does that bucket count as metal? There is stuff around there, but not the bucket on the floor. Let's quickly grab these over here. So every little does help. It does add up. I can just keep the crane where it is and grab them from there. That does help. I'm just going underneath the vehicle now. Come out of the vehicle. Went underneath annoyingly. Come on. Right, we'll get this stuff over there, see what it gives us, and then we're going to be out of time. I've got an afternoon, I've tried not to fall asleep while editing. It will be interesting. Someone was saying to me the other day, I've talked about votes a few times. We haven't had a vote for a while on games, just because we already kind of knew we had a plan of what we were doing. There will be a vote upcoming soon. We've got obviously RoadCraft to finish. Forza Mirage DLC for Shadows. We've got to do the second DLC for Star Wars Outlaws yet. We need to go back to Elden Ring and finish off that DLC as well. That's given us 5 steel beams and a bit, so we still need enough metal for 2 more, which we'll do tomorrow by the things. Kathy, good morning. How are you? Well, good afternoon. It's just hit midday. Thanks for the like, followers, much appreciated. So this still needs more metal, and we are, annoyingly out of time. We'll finish this off tomorrow. We need 7 steel beams in total. We can make 5. We can collect the 3 that are over here by... where are they? They are by the production facilities. There are 3 metal beams there, but we might as well just make all 7 in one go and take them ourselves from where we are now. But we'll finish it off tomorrow. We've got 2 more beams to make. We just need a bit more metal for them, and there is stuff around to use. And that is the final main story mission on the Deluge map. That will then finish off Neat Deep Sea, which is the middle part of 3, and then we'll get the last 2 or 3 main missions and one side mission. Pretty sure there's only one side mission left. So 3 or 4 main missions, 1 side mission. We should get those done tomorrow, and then hopefully tomorrow we can move on to Sojourn and be the penultimate main game map. That's the plan anyway. I'm pretty sure we leveled up as well. It doesn't always tell you when you level up. I've noticed that. But all that convoy was doing was giving us lots of stuff. Lots of XP. I'm pretty sure we leveled up at some point today. But it doesn't even list it there, to be fair. Weirdly. It doesn't tell you when you level up that obviously. We'll have a look at our percentage. It was 71%. Back to what I was quickly saying about votes and stuff. As I said, someone asked me the other day about it. There will be one, but it's finishing off the other stuff we need to finish first, and then we'll have the vote. Obviously, you guys have already voted not to do the Ghost of Tsushima second game that's coming out in October. We're not doing that on release. That's what you guys voted for. We're going to leave it around a month to allow you guys to enjoy the story without me ruining it. So we will need something for that period probably. And there's lots of games on our list still anyway. But if anyone wants to suggest any games, please let me know either on Discord or in the comments or during a live stream. Any suggestions to add to the list, and we'll add them to votes that are upcoming for either episode of content or live streams. We started down 71% done on Deluge, 84% now. There is 5 main missions to do. We're on the middle of doing one of those. So there'll be 4 main missions and 1 side mission to complete. There are 6 infrastructure requests, but they don't count towards 100% each map. So we'll do them if they're part of a mission or if we want to do them, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, tomorrow we'll have 5 main missions and 1 side mission to complete, and then Deluge is done. As I say, we're in the middle of one of the missions now, so there'll only be 4 after that. And then we start on Sojourn, which is that one there. If we go back to that, we are now 87.6 hours in. 5 of 10 maps completed, but then the 10 maps includes DLC, admittedly. I can't believe we're so many hours in. It's like SnowRunner. I did some recording of SnowRunner yesterday, and they showed me we're over 100 hours in on SnowRunner, and we're only on the second map. It's mad. Absolute madness. I am also hoping there's a second DLC to this. There are rumours there will be more coming. We don't know for definite. But unfortunately, that is it. We're out of time. I've got an afternoon of editing and hopefully not falling asleep doing so. That'll be fun. But a massive thank you guys for today. Kathy, it's always good to hear from you. I know our stream times aren't really helpful for you, but thank you for dropping by. Much appreciated. As always, thank you for the likes, the comments, the views, and the conversation. A massive thank you to the new subscribers today as well. Nick, thank you for dropping by. Jake as well. And Space Viking, Paul. There's been a few of you today. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Hope you enjoyed the content on the channel. As I say, we're back tomorrow morning with more RoadCraft. We have the next episode of Far Cry New Dawn went live yesterday evening. Check that out if it's your kind of thing. Doing our franchise run of Far Cry. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you in a live stream very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.